Your own personal Jesus. Not my words, Matt, the words of Depeche Mode. You're listening to Russell Brand on BBC Radio 2.
I'm flattered.
Are live from Los Angeles. Stop showing off. Matt is here in the room with me, along with several of our cohorts and companions. It's going to be a hell of a show today, although have we got any guests arranged? I don't know.
No.
Cheggers may come on the phone.
Really?
Keith Chegwin might come on the phone. I was out with Morrissey the other day, Matt. Did you...
Oh, yes, I think I heard the plans being made.
What do you mean, plans being made?
Can we talk about it?
Talk about it if you like, mate.
Oh, I've got to meet Morrissey. I need to bring a woman with me. Morrissey doesn't want a woman to come.
There will be no woman coming. Yeah, I got into trouble because of that.
You bring women you don't really know.
That's all right. They might be nice. That's the gamble. Is she going to be nice? Maybe she's nice. Maybe she's not nice.
But wasn't it meant to be an intimate dinner with you and him?
Me, Morrissey.
And then you brought an entourage.
and an other. Yeah, but Morrissey always brings some people.
Really?
A couple of ladies he brings to the dinner.
But they're his work people, aren't they? People who, like PAs and stuff.
Yes, that's who they are.
Who are your people you like to bring?
Floozies! Floozies and harpies! Hangers on, clingers on!
Awkward situations you create.
Do I, though, Matthew?
Yes.
Or am I brilliant company? Great fun?
You're all right. It's the weird women who tag along.
They're lovable drongos. Hey, I'll tell you something. This show's been nominated for a Sony Entertainment Award. I believe the ceremony is next week, isn't it, Matt?
Yes, isn't it the 12th?
12th of May this year, but we're not going to be able to be there because we're here recording our film for Disney.
No, am I in it now?
I've written you a small part.
Brilliant.
You play a little character called Neil Twit. This doesn't work out at all well for him. Me and Adam Sandler just bully you and kick you about. It's going to be a hell of a radio show. Cheggers will be coming on it a bit later. We could talk to Alistair McGowan backstage at the Lyric Theatre where he's performing Cabaret.
He's still there?
He's still there.
Been there for a week.
Oh no, we left him there last week, but he's just amusing himself with impressions. When Alistair McGowan gets lonely backstage, he'll just go, "Hello, son, I'm Mr. McGowan, your dad." "Hello, I'm Mrs. McGowan, your mum." It keeps him occupied. He's not bothered about it. He's right as rain. Yeah, he'll be on. Hopefully, we can get Noel Gallagher on.
Well, hopefully. We haven't spoken to him for ages.
I miss him.
He's meant to be coming out here. He said he was coming out to mix a track.
Mix a track. He's always out here to mix a track. He spends... why do they need to bring the old band out? Can you imagine that Liam's much help on something called Mix a Track?
No, I don't think he does bring them all out, does he?
No.
Just him with his little suitcase.
No, he does bring them. Not this time, because they came last time, because that's when Liam went, "We're back! And punched the air.
Yeah, but that's because they mixed an old album. I think Noel just comes on his own. With his bits and bobs in his little suitcase, his little doctor's bag.
Yeah, his little doctor's bag, his little monocle and spectacles, like a little white rabbit out of Alice in Wonderland, scuttling about, poor sausage. Yeah, it was a nice dinner that I had with Morrissey, though. Lovely company.
Yeah, what'd you eat?
Vegetables. We had a vegetable each. I went for a turnip. Morrissey had a parsnip. We chinked them like wine glasses. It was lovely. Quite a sight to behold. I was going to say something important about Morrissey.
Does he drink booze?
Yeah, you'll have an occasional glass of red wine. But Morrissey, you never know, though. He might not like me to divulge personal details about his life, may he? But he's not funny. He was going on... He was one of the highlights was, like, he was going on in incredibly intricate detail about sort of South London, because, like, Sharon was there. And I goes, "Hey, Sharon is from Rotherhithe." "Oh, Rotherhithe. Oh, do you know St James's Road? Oh, do you know Asylum Road in Peckham?" Asking about all sort of particular and specific things. And I goes, "Yeah," and like, he was all interested. I thought, "Oh, this is going quite well. This could do an hour of the conversation." Because mostly in a social situation,
This could do an hour of the conversation.
I'm waiting to go home in pretty much any social situation. I'm just
Don't
thinking...
say that, it's your hero.
I love Morrissey more than anything in the world. If he's not picked that up by now, I don't know what I can bloody well do. I have to write an hour of stand-up a week because he keeps coming to the shows. Do you know what I mean? So, like, but, like, he knows I love him. But I just, like, social situations, for me, that's a job. Any social situation, I just think of it as a gig.
You've always been like that.
I have, and I always just...
After work drinks with the team, I've always been... He'll just, like, latch onto me and corner me.
Right, okay, now...
I'm really uncomfortable. You're doing great.
You're brilliant. You're carrying all of this. Okay, like, we'll start with something jazzy and nice. And then I'll move on to some contemporary chat. And then I'm going to go and stay in the toilet to take heroin till I fall asleep. That used to happen a lot, didn't it? I just
why are you so uncomfortable in a crowd? I think it's because you're not the centre of attention.
Yeah, I don't like things where it's not me and an audience. That's why I don't like that dynamic. I always think, well, shouldn't these people just sit down quietly and pay attention?
That's psychopathic.
Or stay at home. I'll stay at home. I'm happy there, at home with one person, perhaps having a cuddle, looking out the window, watching Annie Hall as I was this morning. You know, it's not like I'm a weirdo. It's just and actually, I've got better. Think about it.
Yeah, I remember when we could have gone for that pizza and Roy Bremner was there. Do you remember that? We were both too shy to go.
Oh yeah, we were outside trying to comfort each other like a couple of tramps.
Because everyone was really middle class, weren't they? Yeah. It was quite a posh sort of thing.
Right, come on, what will we talk about? Well, once I saw a copy of Fox and Hound. That's a Disney film, you fool! Horse and Hound, Horse and Hound!
And then when we got there was no room on the table, so we had to have like a little kids' table off to the side.
Yeah, we did
just
have
me
a
and
kids'
you.
table. And then I was trying to tune into the sort of thing people said, so in case I ever needed to replicate it. They go, "How's your food?" They say. Is
You're
that
an
right?
android.
Your food. Mimic emotion.
Earth people. Love people.
Smile. Pretend to be sad. Person die. Sad now. If you want to text us, you can, 88291, or you can email russell.brand@bbc.co.uk. Also, send us some stories about your socially awkward occasions, perhaps. Yeah, they could do that, couldn't they? It's like an item.
Couldn't they?
Hey, have you ever had a time when you was awkward? Of course you have, you poor sausage. Send us it down on a bit of paper. Email it to russell.brand@bbc.co.uk. There's this bit where then Sharon goes, "Yeah, Sharon, tell Morrissey about boxing," because I know Morrissey's well into boxing and everything.
Is he?
Yeah, he loves it. He loves all working class. You know, he's all like that, and he romanticises working class. He's a working class chap from Manchester and everything. So he's all well into boxing and the noble art of pugilism. Written a song called The Boxer. Perhaps it'll come up a bit later. Who knows?
Surprise!
Hello, clench. Right, and then there's this bit, right? So I go, "Sharon, tell him you go boxing." Right, and she goes, "Oh, I go boxing. I go down this gym. There's this bloke called Andre." I was rattling away. He goes, "Oh, where is it?" And it was in Canning Town in London. And so she was like describing where it was. "Oh, right, it's down there, you know." And you go, and actually, no, he knew it. He knew that place. Actually, it was called Dominic's or Peacock's or something daft, right? And he knew about it. "Oh, there's two brothers that go there, oh, like that." And yeah, well, I know these two brothers, flat nose, cab drivers, right? And then and then he goes, then she tried to describe some other place or another. And he went, "No," she goes, "Oh, it's around there, it's around the corner, it's off that road. And, you know, it's near the pie and mash shop." He goes, "Well, I don't know about a pie and mash shop, I live a very busy life." Suddenly pulled the rug away of being all interested in things. He's really lovely, he's really easy. Well, he's properly what you'd want Morrissey to be.
Does he live out here?
Yeah.
Permanently?
Yeah, he does at the moment. I think he stays in a hotel, but he's not got a permanent residence. But
Really?
we've got to be careful with his details, in case he's a deluge of obsessives might start troubling poor old Morrissey.
Instead of just the one.
He can cope with one obsessive at a time, I believe. I think that's manageable. There's a few things I wanted to clear up. Firstly, Matt's sleeping quarters. What are you doing in there? Disgusting place, like a dog's bed.
What are you talking about? And why'd you go in there?
I go in to have a snoop.
I know what you go in there for. Can we talk about that?
Yeah, if you like.
Russell had to have some condoms delivered to the house. And they were deemed far too large.
Look!
Too big for him, they were.
You wouldn't use them either!
Mighty Trojan.
I wouldn't use them because they were like gardening refuse sacks. You couldn't have felt anything through that.
That's what I didn't like. They look like windsocks. They look like that advert where that bloke goes, "This is Geronimo, my old mate, Geronimo."
Yeah, they did.
They look like that. They were horrible rubbish
Huge things. Put that over your shoulder and off to work.
Hi-ho!
So I said to him, "Oh, don't worry, I've got some condoms. I'll give you some. Can you go and find them?" I went into my bathroom. He had a little guilty face, which I didn't notice. And there was only 4 in there. I went, "Hang on, I had more than 4. And I turned around, "I stole some." It seems he goes into my bathroom daily. Why do you need to go in there?
I like to see what's going on, see what you've got.
Things have gone missing.
What's gone missing?
Nurofen.
Yeah, I had them. I was peckish.
Delicious. Can't you leave
Other
my
tablets
stuff
are
alone?
available. Other condoms are available.
My room is a bit of a mess, I admit.
What have you been doing? It's horrid in there.
Well, you know.
Sex, was it?
What?
Monkey business with
No.
who was it, a boy or a girl? I suppose it don't matter that time of night. You staggering home from a strip bar, pie-eyed and legless. Everyone, your best friends, singing songs coming up our driveway, no respect. Sandra Bullock's been on the phone to me. She said, "Russell, I can't get a wink of sleep. Who is that guy?" Poor cow. Yeah.
It's because you're boring and go to bed.
Am I boring or am I up there with
A few people.
Am I up there with a great big gang of soppy sobs from around the globe? No, I'm having a whale of a time out here. It's all right, we'll go out later if you want, if it'll make you happy. But there's a few things I want to clear up. Firstly, them Trojan condoms, I think they're notoriously big. I mean, it's not like I looked at my, perfectly beautiful penis and thought, well, that
It's
won't
like
do.
a penis, but smaller.
It's large. I think it's a gorgeous crack.
No,
Come
it's
on.
normal. It is normal.
Yeah. We've agreed, we've discussed this. Remember, in
Come
situ, on the job, we've talked about it. Come on, they're perfectly comparable.
It's like
to
gladiators. We battled for a while.
Gladiators ready! Oh, Eureka, what are you doing?
No, that's true.
You?
Well, I think they might have been a special... I don't know, they were...
They seem unusual and needlessly
thick and long and weird.
You've got an odd colour as well. I wouldn't want to see that.
Bright yellow, sort of.
Yeah. I was dressed up as a robot yesterday, a metal man, if you can imagine C-3PO, crossed with Predator, crossed with a sort of a Jamaican robot. Not a single centimetre of my skin was visible. Like,
it was
all
amazing.
covered in gold. I looked good, didn't I, Matt?
Yeah.
So,
well, you looked creepy, actually.
Did I?
Yeah, because you didn't have, like, it was weird, your face didn't move right, and your eyes were sort of staring out like a man trapped.
I felt like a man trapped. It was like Diving Bell and the Butterfly, or other films where a person is trapped through paralysis. I had gold plates on me, foam, not a single bit of me visible, like even gold plates all over my teeth, gold gloves on, everything, every part of me, all golden. Big, long Predator wig all over me.
Huge he was.
Almighty
7 foot
construction. And I had to picture a film dressed like that, didn't I?
Yeah, it was a very surreal moment, pitching a movie.
Where I play a parson, and I'm like all dressed up like that. I can play anything. Don't judge me on how I look now, like a big gold trophy. I can play anyone. But what was also weird is when I would go to the lavvy, they made a detachable plate at the front of it, which you were kind enough to adjust when it was ski with Matthew, and that didn't.
Yes, well, there you
escape
go.
my attention.
That's true friendship.
Yeah, some people said it wasn't ski with. Some people said it was perfectly symmetrical. That you just wanted to have a little tinker and see where your condoms have been going.
I do love a groin plate.
Me too of a morning. And like, yeah, but when I was going to the toilet, mixturating, urinating, call it what you will, wee-weeing, it half seemed strange to see him emerging out of all the gold.
Yes, it was odd, actually, because you showed it to me. Sort of one little pink organic thing on a big gold statue.
Look, can you
like
stop emphasising little and petite and stuff for my beautiful Willie?
It's a worm on a BAFTA. An Oscar.
It was not. It was like an anaconda coiled around the Statue of Liberty, which would still look small. Listen, what my point is like, them May Day photos, they were very unkind to me. You were there that day.
Yes,
Look, if you want, I'll get my genitals out
Please
now.
don't. I know that it's perfectly normally sized.
Thank you. Right, so that's that.
Everything's bigger in America. You know that.
So it looked bad that day. Now, there's something else I've been very keen to clear up. Oh, yeah, that's what it bloody well is, right? There's some magazine, like, you get asked questions, you can see where people are trying to lead you, and people, like, when they've been interviewing me, they're always going, oh, do you prefer American women to English women? Do you prefer American women to English women? And, like, because I'm not an idiot, I always carefully go, no, all the people of the world are basically all right. The only thing I said that, like, American women had in their favour is when they're talking to you during sex, it sounds more like pornography. So that's good, because we're used to American pornography. Oh, God, oh, do it, boy.
What? Who the hell have you been sleeping with?
That's the porn. Oh, Papa, it's disgusting, Peyton Olive. I've been having an affair with Papa. It's going quite well. And, like, so what I'm saying is that's... So I'd never said anything like, oh, I prefer American women. And they found a way, some magazine, I think it was Now Magazine, of making it sound like I'd gone, well, American women are nice with their big boobies, or something. I never said no such thing. No, I just wanted to... I wouldn't say anything like that, because I've got too much...
You would never close off a whole continent.
Not my main continent, not even my main... That's my own ground. That's my Upton Park. Don't want to lose them, the good women of England. Jesus Christ, where would I be without all of that? So that's that all nicely cleared up. Now let's move on to attacking Matt.
Let's play a song.
Why? All right, okay. Well, in honour
I've got a piece of paper with things to attack you with,
so watch out. I've got 2 bits of paper to attack you with. Here we are. So, okay, this is... Mr. G, where's G? The poet laureate of the show, who will later have to summarise this drivel. Where is he? Are you there, G?
Yeah, I'm trying to summarise.
Yeah, you writing some notes and that?
Distill this down into sense.
Exactly.
How's theatre land? What have you been doing? Hanging out with you?
Hanging out with my dancing mates.
Yeah.
Doing little groin stretches and stuff like that.
Yeah, I bet you have. I bet it's not your groin you're stretching either, is it, you dirty devil, filthy character you are? You'll get sacked off that job.
They all miss you know.
What, the Into the Hood mob?
Yeah, they do. They all, because when you were there, they all like say, "Oh yeah, Russell was there." So like they're all miss you, want you to come back.
I think it held the show up.
I did hold the show up because of people, well-wishers, autograph hunters, people wanting their photo done. I'm a very popular man. You're in London, England. You know that, Matthew. Matt's looking down at his piece of paper trying to find something to attack me with. Go on. What are you going to use?
Well, there's loads of things here.
All right. Well, let's save it for a little while. G, everything going all right there? You happy in England, mate?
Yeah, I'm good. Good.
It's hot there. It's cold here.
It's ridiculous.
It's baking.
Topsy-turvy.
It's really,
bonkers.
really, really good. It's
It
been
makes
a
me
fantastic
angry.
Week.
Makes me angry.
I'm
Why?
so cross about it.
Because the bad weather basically came with me. I've got 2 hot days. Now it's cold here. Actually cold.
Actually cold.
Grey.
Yeah, it's depressing. Victorian cobblestone streets, people with rickets hobbling up and down the strip. It's not very nice. What about those women in the back of that limo just now? We'll do that after. Why don't we listen to the song The Boxer? Later on we'll be talking to Cheggers Play Pop. We might be talking to Alistair McGowan, hopefully. He's there, hunched backstage somewhere. And what else have we got to do? Noel Gallagher, hopefully.
Noel Gallagher, hopefully.
Oh, it'd be lovely to talk
Anecdotes,
to him. Anecdotes
gay,
coming up,
all
gay.
sorts of stuff.
All our regular items. Someone sent me a nice book about Buddhism. There's all sorts of things. I've got sent a sort of a Russian doll of West Ham players, we can open up.
Yeah.
I'm very happy about that. Yeah, so there's lots to talk about, Matthew. There really is. OK, but for now, why don't we listen to Morrissey, The Boxer? We'll come back with all sorts of items. We're live, so text us, email us, do what you like. Morrissey, you're listening to Russell Brand on BBC Radio 2. What is that unusual sound?
That's the fade out of your song.
Oh, I see, right. Well, I didn't have my cans on, that I thought, hello, there it goes.
Keep the cans on.
Sometimes I like to take the old cans off, have a look round, feel my feelings, think my thoughts, get into a bit of mischief. Oompa Loompa slavery, says Andy from Plymouth. I don't think Oompa Loompas were slaves, as they were paid in cocoa beans, as many as they wanted. I know it can't exactly pay for all the amenities necessary for modern living, but it's better than nothing. Much love from Andy. So we can clear up once and for all, the Oompa Loompas were simply paid in a shoddy currency as opposed to being slaves.
When does slavery become just a bad job?
It's an interesting point. I think that, really, we're all enslaved in a way.
God, I wasn't asking for a speech.
No, well, here is a speech.
No, I wanted fact.
Slavery, because we're imprisoned in a sort of a bit of a matrix, in a way, Matthew, aren't we? We think we're free,
no,
but
we're not.
Free with a limited world, the tyranny of choice, you see. Or you can choose toilet duck, you can choose domestos, but I wouldn't drink either. What kind of life is that for a young man?
Legendary anti-capitalist Russell Brand there, star of Disney's Bedtime Stories.
We wait till I'm all nice and properly famous.
You
Wait till
keep saying that, it keeps getting more and more. You wait till I've got a base on the moon. Nothing's ever going to change.
It will, mate, honest. Once I've
You
got
should
that
have seen
moon
him this
base-
morning.
What? What's wrong with me this morning? I looked
Some
$1
porn
million.
stars in a limousine. He ran over there. Oh, excuse me, what's going on? I'll hold anything, I'll do anything, really. I'd just love to have a chance to work with you. What's all that about?
I just see some porn stars in a limousine. I thought, hold up, this is the sort of
He
thing that
walked
happened
over
in a
there,
fairy tale.
a little toddler, a lonely toddler, trying to approach some bigger boys for football.
I broke away from my friends.
There I go.
It's actually
Sidled.
happening.
Never seen someone actually sidle, but you did it.
Did I sidle over there?
Yeah.
I thought I
Sort of tentatively.
Didn't I stride?
Pigeon steps it was.
Pigeon-toed? What, my feet sort of pointing inwards?
Well, yeah.
Oh, crikey, no. I strode over there manfully like a matador I was. I swept open the door of that limo. I loomed in. Those girls just sat there just wearing little short skirts, all boobs everywhere there was. They was wearing clothes, of course, for the first, and then there was a man dressed as a gorilla. I goes, what's going on here then? What are you filming? I'd already seen a camera. And they goes, oh, it's sort of a prank show. I go, oh, well, I like a laugh,
Yeah.
Up for a prank, are ya?
Got a few Trojans.
Yeah. Hold on
I put them on and tie them in the bow round the back.
Hold on, I just put this one over my whole body.
I'll use my leg.
This Trojan's like the Eden Centre in the south of England. I'm growing vegetables over in that bit. Listen, so I went into there. Turns out it was just sort of like a prank show or something, a pilot, an underfunded
But
pilot.
were those girls porn stars in other, were they actually porn
I
stars?
wonder what the
'Cause they
casting
looked-
process was. They looked suspiciously like pornography would not be something they'd object to.
Yeah. Although they objected to you, didn't they?
Well, yeah, they did. I mean, I didn't offer any money, though. Just a soiled Trojan that'd clearly been stapled down one side. I don't think they thought it was at all
He'd had it
impressive.
taken up.
My tailor laughed at me at first. But, money doesn't smell, they say. Although that did, because I kept it in my under trousers. Now, listen, so what happened was...
Porn stars with boyfriends.
Porn stars with boyfriends.
It's a new phenomenon.
Sweeping the nation. Why not be a chaste porn star? You can still star in porn movies, of course you can, but when it comes to a bit of good old-fashioned back of the limo sex, yeah, there's a man in the back of that limo dressed as a gorilla, Brian was his name, and then round the front was Alki. Now, Alki had come into... So I was then there looming in, troubling the porn stars, making them question their career more than ever before, and then Alki ambled out. Alki is a billionaire.
This was a coincidence that Alki was
By
there.
coincidence, Alki the billionaire, who we'd not seen for some time, me and Matt once did a gig at the Astoria in London, where, well, there were a lot of things took place, really, but it's in the bookie work. There's a whole chapter where me and Matt went off to the Norfolk Broads, and that was because of money paid to us by Alki, because I did a gig at the Astoria in support of a rock band that Alki used to manage. I think the gig maybe descended into mayhem a little bit, didn't it?
I think we know it did.
We know it did, because some of it was filmed.
Yeah.
You made a Ouija board, because I said we'd contact the dead, because it was Halloween. I had a lot of dead rats, dead mice, dead pig's head, and I think...
It wasn't Halloween.
Wasn't it
It was not even as well thought out as that.
It was Christmas Eve, as it turned out, but still, nonetheless...
I made a huge Ouija board that could be operated by a shoe.
Yeah, it was all right,
I don't
wasn't
think
it?
we actually used it.
Alas, no.
You let a load of grasshoppers go.
I did. I gave those grasshoppers the freedom they craved.
Yeah, a lot of crazy things went on, didn't they?
Well, I think a Barbie doll maybe entered an orifice at some point, but like, you know...
Still amazed that you did that.
Well, you pushed it up, so...
No, I didn't.
You were there, you were gripping her legs.
I was nowhere near it.
You were at the other end of that Barbie. I glanced
Russell,
over my
don't
shoulder.
put that out there when I totally wasn't.
You had the Look, there's footage
I had
of it.
pig's trotters for hands back then.
How you've changed.
I got better.
Yeah, I know. You were meant to be playing Ray. So, Ray was a security guard character that Matt was playing that night. It was essentially Matt in a hat. It wasn't a tremendous transformation, you know.
I think it was a wig and an orange boiler suit, but yes.
Was it?
It was
It was a
my
very...
first taste of
stardom.
showbiz.
Show business. Well, anyway, the gig was not an absolute triumph. I think some people wanted their money back up because a lot of pig parts got chopped up and thrown around.
Yeah, it
the
was a
audience.
failure, but we got highly paid for it.
Highly paid, like to us then, £800. Oh dear, that was the earth. We went off to Norfolk Broads for a while and got into a lot more trouble, and it led to meeting people and rebrand. A lot of silly
stuff
bother.
came from that, actually. So it's quite weird to see Alki.
To see Alki out there with a car full of porn models. What resembled porn models, but apparently actually are just misplaced nuns with incredible integrity, nice girls. And actually, though, Brian the Gorilla Man did seem quite keen. And
He was right, wasn't he? If you hadn't gone over there, though, we would not have seen Alki, and
that's right.
wouldn't have
see?
an anecdote.
I'm intrepid. That's the thing with me. I see an opportunity. I think, whenever I see anything, I think, God put that there for me. So I wander over. God, in his infinite wisdom, has put a limousine full of porn models over there. He wants me to go over and have a look. That's what I think.
Yeah, that is your mentality.
It's been helping me out lately because I've been in a lot of bother. Like when I couldn't get through immigration, I was bounced out of New York, right? I just thought, must be one of them tests from God that he's always putting me through. Then there was another test from...
Not Jesus.
Well, you say
This is
that.
a bit like when we went into the desert.
Suppose so, Satan mumbling down my ear hole, but instead of a snake I got a Trojan perched across my shoulder like a papoose. Right? But also though, it was another test from God when I had to dress up as a robot yesterday, all covered in, smothered in gold and like robot parts. I thought,
Yeah.
there's no point getting
You had
angry.
the quiet dignity of a Burns victim.
Yeah, I did actually.
Because you couldn't move your face and you all sort of like just took it on your chin, didn't you?
Well, yes, I did. I had to. I didn't have an awful lot of choice. If you want to have a look at a cover of Inside of You by Tanner Riley, why don't you? Because he's made it. Imagine that, Inside of You, the song I sung on Forgetting with Sarah Marshall, this lad, Tanner Riley, he's sent us his cover of it. Seems to me to be very
It's
good.
on YouTube, isn't it?
It's on YouTube. Have a look at Tanner Riley, cover of Inside of You. It's quite funny to see someone covering something that...
Wonderful.
Nice, isn't it, that that's happened? I'm just clearing up a few little bits and bobs. I've got them on my list. Later on, there's Checkers. That's coming up. That's a given. If you want to text us, you can. 88291, or you can email russell.brand@bbc.co.uk. Wombat Rape. That's been playing on our minds for a couple of weeks now, but let's finalise it now, because we spoke of a gentleman who phoned up the New Zealand police. He was being raped by a wombat, and we claimed that, but
He called back and said
it's all right
he
now.
wanted to cancel the complaint.
I'd withdraw that complaint, and thinking about it now, I consent to it. Why are you looking at me like that? I've never been
Withdraw.
in-
I thought you
Oh,
were
right,
going to
fair
make
enough.
a
No.
cheap joke there.
No, they're not here, mate. Not on this channel. Tom says this. Hi, Russell, Matt, G and Noel. I was listening to your great show last week and was surprised when you mentioned the Wombat rape story, because I live in that town. I've lived in Motuaka for 8 years, and the man in the story is an old drunk who still lives with his mum and dad due to drink problems. He's not a star in our community. Why did this news story make the papers in the United Kingdom? Surely there are bigger things going on in the world than wombat rape. Or is this something that you need to focus on in your country? By the way, your pronunciation of Motueka is hilarious. It's supposed to be Motueka. Motueka. Thanks very much, from Tom. So it turns out that he's just the town drunk and everyone knows him, that wombat guy.
How did that go international?
Incredible. It really blew up for him. The
Yeah.
Town Drunk. It's interesting that the Town Drunk can manipulate the media so brilliantly.
He's got a pressure on him now for his difficult second story.
Yeah, what's it going to be? It better not be derivative. Oh, it's a kangaroo rape. Seen it,
Rubbish.
mate. No
Yeah.
good at all. I've raped a kangaroo. Interesting. Better.
Still focused on rape, though.
He needs to move right out of coercive sex altogether, I'd say. Do something else. It could be...
Bank robbery.
Yeah, you could kick a couple of stalks, bother a heron. But, you know, that's, again, uninspiring for most people. But here's some further information on the world of wombat rape. This is Jem from Cheshire. She says that it turns out that wombats have quite complex sex lives. They do a complicated dance, a bite on the rump, a ferocious backward kick. That's part of their love-making repertoire. I do all those
and
moves.
and a ferocious backwards kick.
Go on, get ya! There's the backward kick. Now you know you're in business. This is all from the Nocturnal Wildlife Research Limited biologist Clive Marks. He said that wombats are more likely than the average Australian male to emulate moves from the Kama Sutra. I don't think it would be a deliberate emulation.
I'm sure it wouldn't be.
It would be inadvertent, if at best, wouldn't it?
Yes.
So, listen, Matthew Morgan, here's a letter here from Alan Early. Alan Early says this: I recently saw the cult gay film Hedwig and the Angry Inch. It's about a man who gets a sex change. The operation is botched and leaves him with an inch of penis. In the film, Hedwig, now 90% woman, has a boyfriend, a female-to-male cross-dresser called Yazark. It struck me how much that Yazark looks like Matt Morgan. I've attached a picture so you can make comparisons. So this name, it's Yikzak. Yikzhak, so you can have a look and see if Matt does in fact resemble this gay person from a film.
With a 1-inch penis.
Well, actually, I think it's his lover, his partner. Oddly,
right.
that's got the 1-inch penis, but let's not draw any further illusions. Also, just to let you know that here in Ireland, G is another name for ladies' bits. Mr. G, I wonder if he was aware of that. That his whole name, that he thinks he's so cool, so hip, so fly. Oh,
So what's
yeah.
wong with ladies' bits? What are you saying?
Well, it's not
What are
very
you, a
good.
misogynist?
I love ladies' bits, mate. I've dedicated enough time to the bloody things. I'm just saying, don't think you're all gangstar for being named after one. What if he was called Mr. Fanny? What if it was called Auntie Tootsie Roll?
What?
I don't know.
That's
There's
what
not
you
enough
call it.
words out there for him, is there? That's something we've touched upon before. OK, so should we listen to a record? I wanted to listen to this MGMT thing.
Well, what's that?
Hold on a second. MGMT, Time to Pretend. I think it might be nice.
Okay, well, let's listen to that.
Have you got anything? Why have you sat there clutching your
Oh, I was
dirty,
gonna-
grubby notepad?
Well, you haven't given me an in.
Go on,
Just
then.
been rattling on about rape. Wombat rape. Of
Yeah,
all
wombat
rapes.
rape. Yeah.
Let's
on.
have a look.
What
That's
do you want?
Theresa Palmer in that film that you're in.
Yeah.
I love her a bit.
You love her a bit?
Yeah.
Theresa Palmer, the lead actress in Bedtime Stories. Why'd you love
It
her
was
a
quite
bit?
surreal, actually,
Go
going
on.
on that set, because there was Guy
Tell me.
Pearce,
Lovely.
who I kept nearly calling Mike.
Don't call him Mike from Neighbours. He'd be all right there. He's really cool.
He's really lovely, isn't he?
I talked to him a little bit about Neighbours, obviously, as well. I focused on Memento and what's that other one, that dark one, the really good film that he made.
Oh, the
with
LA
Russell Crowe, LA Confidential. That's really good. He
Richard
played Andy
Griffiths was
Warhol
there.
in Factory Girl. Richard Griffiths, yeah, Monty.
Monty, Uncle Monty, and who else was there? Adam Sandler.
Sandler, yeah.
A stupid gold robot.
That gold robot, many people have said, is the star of the show.
But Theresa Palmer, the girl in it, the Australian girl, she's beautiful.
What's she from?
She told me that she was saying, oh, Russell's quite a character, isn't he? I was going, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And then she said that you gave her a piece of paper that was... And you went, oh, look at this guy, he looks a bit like me. And it was a Shagger of the Year page from The Sun. You sad man. I went, what, was he joking? No. He sort of went, oh, look at this guy, looks like me. Shagger of the Year. Like, you were really proud of that title.
Listen, mate, that Shagger of the Year title of mine, people have fought for many, many years to claim that from me.
Well, have you got a photocopy of that you use
I
on
keep
women?
a few photocopies of Shagger of the Year. I say, look, if you're not busy later and you want a recognised shag instead of some half-hearted shag that anyone could have, pop this way. To tell you the truth, I don't remember that happening. I think she might have gone bonkers.
Well, how would she have known about it?
Oh.
Shagger of the Year. She's from Australia. She lives in LA.
People know about Shagger of the Year, Matt.
don't.
Of course they do. People, it's hotly contested. It's a very important trophy, Shagger of the Year. Well, let me think about it.
Try and think about it.
How
When
did
did
she
you
seem
first meet
about
her?
it?
It was probably about 2 minutes after that.
Right, 2 minutes after I met her, I'm in a lift. Hold on a minute, I'm reaching for my laptop. I'm Googling myself. I've Googled it, had something printed. It's Shagger of the Year page, yes, that's it, right, yeah. No, I don't think I did give her that. I mean, I seem to recall there was a piece about me in the LA Times, and we were reading it. She came and sat down next to me, and I did go, ooh, look at this fella, look at, he's got a
Oh, that's it
startling
then.
resemblance.
Did it say Shagger of the Year in it?
It's mentioned a lot of my accolades. A lot of the accolades were mentioned. I can't remember if Shagger of the Year was among them. What were you doing chatting to the actress? I
was sitting in her chair.
I thought you was happy with that bird you met down a strip club. Come over Saturday and like, would you like to diddle me? Would you like to take me home and diddle me? Are you single? And Matt went, yeah, all right, thank you. Then I wake up and there's a cheap jacket hanging up on our dining room table. Horrible bit of tat it was.
What are you talking
Black
about?
coat, pink piping down the seams. Awful.
Hang
Sharon
on.
said it smelt funny.
That's
cheap perfume. Her car was outside. It had pictures stuck around it of Slash.
What?
Who sticks up pictures in their car? She must have been bored
I saw
stiff.
Slash.
Yeah, well,
Change the subject.
I think you saw a picture of Slash in a Floozy's motor.
She wasn't a floozy, how dare you?
Where did you meet her?
Strip club.
Right, now.
She wasn't working there.
What was she doing there?
Trying to liberate the women.
From your clutches?
No.
What are you doing?
I was there for the same reason.
Well, I'm only came in here
I was
to liberate
handing out
these-
leaflets going, come on, guys.
Come on, pack this in.
This is really bad.
And you know where I was then? Down an orphanage.
Oh, yeah, what?
Nude.
Looking for strays.
Right, okay, if Dr. Bernardo can't help you, maybe I can. Step this way, kids. No, I was probably helping people with the revolution that I've been working
No,
on.
you're probably demanding that women came to your house. I've heard a few phone calls this week. Do you want
What?
to talk about them?
Yeah, go on. What have I ever done wrong except be so brilliant?
Come, I need you tonight. I miss you. I desire you. What do you mean you're working? Right. And then, hello. Next girl. I need you. I desire you. Come.
Hello.
What will you tell your grandchildren? I'm in a movie. Shagger of the Year. Hello.
Hello, insert name here. Grandchildren, movie, Shagger.
Here's the headlines. Please, I'm desperate.
It's late, I've been through this 3 or 4
You can't even
times.
sit and watch a film with him.
Why?
Well, because halfway through, some awkward girl blunders in.
She was nice.
Hello, this is my new special friend.
This is Rita or someone. We're getting married now.
I love her a bit.
You reckon you love that Teresa? You don't know what love means. I'm a complex man.
Put in a good
very
word for
complex. Who with, Teresa?
She wouldn't fancy me, would she?
Of course she would. You'll go out of movie stars. Once we get our movies away, mate, we'll be able to do what we like. We'll swag around this town nude with Trojans stuffed with polyester. And we'll have the times of our lives. It's going to be magnificent. Yeah, it's going to be. You'll be able to go out of movie star actresses and
You
all that.
say things like this to me once. Once you said that thing
What?
when I'd split up with somebody. You went, don't worry, one day you'll date jazz singers. So I don't know if I want to.
No, they'll be fine. These jazz singers are the way forward. Ella, come back. No,
It's
you're
quite sweet of you to.
I was trying to cheer you up.
Trying to
because-
bolster me.
Yeah, you needed bolstering. You were in Australia or somewhere.
Oh,
worried
wasn't I? I was
sick.
in London, I think. Oh, yeah, I was in Australia.
Yeah, I had to bolster you. Look, come on, should we put a record on, then we'll do some more structured conversation.
Okay. Structured conversation.
Yeah, structure it. Beginning, middle, end. Shagger of the Year. These are the headlines. Come on, let's listen to MGMT. Time to pretend. The management time to pretend. You're listening to the Russell Brand Show. We are live on BBC Radio 2. I'm here in Los Angeles with Matt Morgan. Hello, Matthew.
Hello, Mr. Brand.
Have you had an embarrassing incident ever before in your life?
Who, me?
Yes, you.
Yeah, loads of
Matthew.
them. Loads of them.
Okay, well, other people have as well, right? Like Adam in Bournemouth, he goes, on the subject of awkward situations, there's nothing worse than calling a teacher mum. Yeah, there is something worse. What about, like, I don't know, being very badly beaten? We've got Keith Chegwin available to us. Keith, are you there really?
I certainly am. Hey!
Woohoo! Oh, Keith Chegwin.
I can't believe you're all that way out there. Is it cold?
Yeah, it is actually.
Oh,
It's
thank
really
God for
annoying.
that. I'm sitting in my back garden. It's still warm here.
What time? At 9 o'clock at night? You're sat in your garden?
Yeah, 10 to 10, near enough. Yeah, I mean, it's really lovely. I'm sitting here watching a quarter moon, listening to you two. I can't believe you took an entourage out with you to meet Morrissey. Can't you just, like, socially get together as mates?
I find it hard to relax, Keith,
Oh,
to
do
tell
you?
you the truth. Yeah, I'm not at ease with myself.
Is it because
Keith.
in case the conversation gets a bit sort of, like, quiet?
Yeah, I mean, I'm comfortable with Morrissey. I'm okay one-on-one with someone. Say I'm one-on-one,
What
that's
birth
okay.
sign are you?
Gemini.
Oh, right.
So's he, actually. 22nd of May, Morrissey's birthday.
I know
What about
nothing
you?
about it. I just thought I'd ask.
Well, why did you throw that in?
I just thought it might be something to do with your birth sign. You might
Well,
be a
what if I
bit
wanna-
nervous.
Oh, I'm insecure. I'm what's
there
the one
you
that's
go.
the insecure robot? I'm
I'm here to
that
help.
birth
I'm
sign.
counselling you.
No, I'm glad you are. Thanks very much for coming on our show. Yeah. Are you still... what's your alcoholic situation, Checkers?
It's very
how's that
good.
going?
Yeah, 15 years now, not touched a drop.
Bloody
Wow.
hell, nice one.
I know I don't know where time's gone. You know, but, 15 years down the line, so I'm pretty chuffed with myself, really, because days go by and I don't even think about it, so I'm really pleased. Mind you, when the hot weather kicks in, you know, you think, oh, gosh, those are the days. You can go out and have a pint. But I just go and have a pint of Coke now, even in the local pub. I don't care what people think now, whether they see me popping into an off-licence to buy a bottle of wine for some mates, or... Do you know what I mean?
Keith, is that a lie? When are you going out buying a bottle of wine for your mates and going
honestly,
down the pub,
people come
drinking
round,
a pint of
oh, God,
rum and
bloody
Coke?
Chegger's house, you can't drink. So what I do is I make them feel comfortable now. But the problem is, you know, typical, alcoholic. You know, I think, I've got a few mates coming around. I've only got 2, but I get in, 40 bottles of Beck's, 80 bottles of wine. Do you know what I mean? Because I always think people, drink a lot and they don't.
Not like you, Cheggers, throwing it down your neck like a lunatic and then having the nerve to come on our TV
2.5
sets.
bottles of whiskey.
What about when you done Chiggers Plays Pops? We were all watching and enjoying ourselves. Red versus yellow, like Connect 4, easy to understand. We liked it. Was you drunk?
No, I was sober.
That was when that was before you went mad.
Yeah, but after the programme, I was totally out of my tray.
Well, that's quite professional.
It's quite professional.
Oh,
Well
yeah,
done.
I used to hang on a bit. But, no, when I was doing Cheggers Plays Pop and Swap Shop and Saturday Superstore and all that, I was fine. But it was sort of after that, I sort of went downhill. But you see, the thing is with me is that, oh, God, I won't bore you about it, but, counsellors, I paid them a fortune to tell me that it was the pressures of show business, my mum and dad and everything. But I'm just one of those people, I've got an addictive personality, I think. So, I smoke and I smoke a lot. I work and I work a lot and I love working. I go on holiday, I want more holiday. It's that sort of thing,
You've got a fire in your belly, Keith. That's
there
what
you go,
it is.
can't keep it down, Russell.
Yeah, you're consuming stuff to assuage all that within you.
Oh, it's true. You see, I wouldn't go out and buy a pack of 4 Trojans.
No, what, you've just get the whole lot, would you?
1,000.
No, we've got hundreds of the bloody things. I don't know what we'll do with them. Wish it was Christmas. We had
Pass
something
them on
to
to me.
decorate.
They might fit.
Oh, we'll say. We all remember Naked Jungle, Keith. Come on, we've got some emails here.
Go on, then.
To do with you. Where
Are they bad?
They are. Yeah, look at this. This is Annette from Preston. You should get Keith Chegwin to talk about when he was at the rugby club, the Millennium Magic Rugby Club at Cardiff.
Oh, my gosh, yeah, that was last week.
What happened? She saw you there.
Oh, there was about 60,000 people there, and that's to keep them entertained, So
That's a lot of pressure. What did you do?
Oh, it doesn't bother me. I go out and love it. I really like entertaining people. So I can talk for England, but I'll go out and sort of, we had games, competitions, kept them happy, and, they turn around and say, fill in for 9 minutes, I just chat to the crowd and tell a few gags and things,
What, it's for 60,000 people, you're just treating it like a children's party. What do you do, balloon animals? If you do, I've got some Trojans I don't need.
It's really difficult to explain, Russell. Matt, because I just really love what I do. Aren't we lucky? Look at you in LA, wearing the gold suit and nice little flat in the front that Matt can play with.
Yes, it keeps us out of trouble. Thank you for listening.
But we are in such a privileged situation and position that, I just thank every day that goes by for what I'm doing. I just have a lovely time. So I don't really get nervous about things. And the other thing is, if I'm crap, it's not my fault, is it? It's because they book me.
That's true.
You can't turn around and say, oh, Cheggers was shit, wasn't he? It's not my fault. You booked me.
That's fair enough. Like your bad language then. We can't blame you for that, Cheggers.
Oh,
That's
my
our
God,
fault.
Radio 2, I'm so sorry.
That's all right. Don't worry about that, Cheggers. You are, very much an institution in this country. You can come and say a lot worse than that. We wouldn't mind. No, yes, in many respects. Keith, thank you very much for coming. I think we have another thing that Kevin for Keith Chegwin here.
What was that?
We had another letter for you, but Matthew sometimes goes scrabbling through all the letters like a rat, looking for ones about him.
That's funny, Award. You're not coming back to pick it up if you get it.
Well, I don't know if we get it. I think we might. G will go and get it. G, the poet laureate of the show. We were asking Noel Gallagher to go and get it if we won it.
Oh, they're a brilliant band. I love Noel Gallagher.
He's nice, isn't he? He's a lovely fella.
Liam Gallagher knocked on my dressing room door a little while ago.
Did he?
Yeah, I opened the door and I went, oh my God, Liam Gallagher. He went, all right, mate, how you doing? I can't do the accent. Very well, thank you. He said, I saw you play guitar on GMTV. You're a really good guitarist.
Oh.
I was so enamoured by that.
Was he friendly, though, and nice?
Oh, he was superb. Really was. Such a lovely bloke.
Did he respect your personal space, or did he come too close to your face?
He was quite close, but it was quite nice. I quite enjoyed it.
Did you notice his thumbs?
No, what's wrong with his thumb?
Nothing's wrong with them. They're just like tiny little cashews.
Are they?
Yeah.
You play guitar like that?
Well, he doesn't, does he? His brother does it all. Like, you know, so
yeah.
he's lovely, Liam. He's a big ball of sexual charisma, but he will come right up in your boat.
Oh, yeah, really warm person, isn't he? You know, I stood outside of him, and he was telling me about his kids. Can I mention this on there?
Oh, yeah, go on.
It's lovely.
It's
quite...
I don't know, it depends.
Which kids?
I think you might have mentioned it on TV before, I'm not sure, or radio. But he said, me and kids, I hate kids. I said, what do you mean? He said, I love my kids. He said, but I hate them in the morning. And I said, in what respect? He said, I put my kid in the chair and I say, what would you like for breakfast? And the kid goes, I'd like fried Rice Krispies. And he goes, oh my God, not bloody Rice Krispies. Because then he starts thinking, that's a dustpan, that's a brush, that's a glove, that's something to wipe his face with. Oh my God, all these things I've got to get to give him a bowl of Rice Krispies.
Right, because he sees it as a lot of home economic admin.
Fantastic.
So, what does he want to give him? Just an apple or something?
Yeah, there you go, yeah. Just give him a banana and I'm done with it.
That. Yeah, fair enough. Keith Chegwin, I never knew when we had you on this show that you would give us such an insight into the domestic world of
Thank you very much.
Liam Gallagher.
I could just help.
No, thank you very much. It's been lovely to have you. Keith, thank you very much for bringing a ray of sunshine and joy into our show.
Honestly, thank you for bringing a ray of sunshine to Radio 2. It's fantastic.
It's lovely to have you on, and congratulations on your 15 years. And also, I'm not like you. I don't encourage all my mates to drink. I make them feel guilty.
It makes me feel terrible.
Oh, dear, Matthew, drinking again, you won't remember anything. You won't be able to cope. I put them under pressure.
How long have you been off things now?
5 years now, Keith.
Oh, well done, Russell. That's brilliant.
Thanks, mate. Cheers.
Yeah, excellent. Really admirable.
One day at a time. Thank you. God bless you. Keith, thank you so much for coming on our show and being so
Cheers, Keith. Bye-bye.
Bye, mate. See you later.
I waved.
Matthew just waved. You've got to stop the weird socialising. We had another meeting with a magnate the other day, just as we was walking out there. He'd done such an elaborate wave to everyone. What's wrong with you?
What did I do?
We walked out, we'd had that meeting about that film, that tennis film. With
yeah.
We went in there, thought, I'll take Matthew in there.
I did not do an elaborate wave.
You did a really elaborate wave.
It's probably a fly or something.
You raised your hand above your head. It was ridiculous. It was like you were celebrating a goal. You had your hand up in the air. It looked like you were high-fiving.
I saluted as I went down in the lift.
Bye-bye, like that, waving.
No, I didn't.
They were only about 4 foot from you. You was waving at them as if they were the other side of the channel.
I didn't do that.
As if they were going off to war. As if they were on a ferry.
You've got ridiculous habits. Don't talk
what
to me
about
about
my
anything.
habits? My habits are all
Don't
right.
have to go at me for having the odd drink when you used to smoke heroin.
I was all right. I was good as gold. Why are you bringing that up? Listen, we're talking about your lack of social grace at the moment.
I've got a lot of social grace. You should
like
have seen
to see
me
it.
hobnobbing with Richard Griffiths, Guy Pearce.
Well, all right, let me just go
Teresa
through
Palmer.
Let me go through my text messages from today. Here's one, Richard Griffiths. Please never bring that obnoxious, abominable, stinking wretch. He reeks of cheap perfume and his conversation was awful. Also, when he waved at me, I felt like I was obliged to go to the Somme. Best wishes, Richard Griffiths. Oh, and what's this next one? Please don't bring that stinking hobo to the set again. It reminded me of the awful acting of Des from Neighbours. That's from Mike from Neighbours. So you can see there all the text messages. You weren't popular. Oh, and this one from Teresa. Russell, my darling. Shagger of the year. How impressed I am with your trophies and stats.
Shagger of the year.
I don't actually even like the word shag, so, you know, that's ridiculous. We've had a lot of meetings with top lawyers that want to look after us, of course. They were pitching for our business. We had meetings, me and Nick, my manager, sat there talking to lawyers. Oh, we represent Leonardo DiCaprio. Oh, we represent Will Ferrell. Oh, we're going to be able to do these great deals for you. It's fantastic. Okay, well, that one seems quite good. Oh, hello there. Yes, well, we're going to be able to make you an internet sensation. We know this about... Oh, right, that's all very good. Oh, hello there. We look after people in the music business. We're great lawyers. We'll look after your interests for years to come. The scene is set. Then one of them comes in. Not only will we look after you, Russell, and you, Nick, we'll look after Matt Morgan. I laughed out loud. Matt Morgan? I actually even know who he is. They knew who you were.
My name sounds great in an American accent.
Matt Morgan. Matt Morgan, we'll look after him for you. Matt Morgan's radio show is still available if you are a impresario or a fat cat at a studio radio station looking for a man who will be paid in buttons and cider and stripper knickers. I've got the very DJ for you.
I live a rock and roll lifestyle. You're just jealous because you were a naughty boy and had to go to special hospital. Now you have to sit in your room. Endless streams of women.
Yeah, it's tough.
Also, you're addicted to coffee.
Am I?
Yes.
What makes you say that? That reminds me. Can I have some more coffee, please? More coffee! Coffee! Look, I'm all right, aren't I? I'm in a good shape. I'm in the shape of my life. Come on, here's some emails. Stop saying I'm addicted to coffee. Am I a bit addicted to it?
I think so,
Well,
yes.
'cause I'm drinking them granules straight from the jar. Sort of chewing my way through coffee beans, grinning my brown grin at the world. That's
Yeah, you don't
all
want
right.
to drink too much coffee.
I know.
Makes you unbearable.
That am I a bit unbearable?
A bit?
What do you mean a bit? You meant
Just
a
unbearable.
bit? You were meant to dispute unbearable, not a bit. That wasn't the bit of that sentence you were meant to pick out and examine. Right, come on, I've got an interesting letter here. Where's those emails that have come from during the show? Evening, gents. Love the sound of your dulcet tones. My nan calls Viennetta ice cream Vietnamese. That's Lucy in Norwich. Thank
That's
you.
an anecdote. You didn't do the jingle, you didn't set
It
it
just
up.
came from nowhere.
Well, it was
just
lovely.
wasn't meant to be
It
there.
was lovely.
Anecdote. Oh, hello, dear. To think of that as a jingle. Look, we've got 2 minutes till the news comes on, Matthew. I don't trouble you with stuff like that because I don't want to worry you.
You don't think I'm across that?
Because I know you're thinking about your next drink and your next stripper.
Don't say that.
You're just thinking
Just because I can handle
that
it.
the next time you can
You
shout
couldn't.
into Lemmy's moles. That's all you
I've
ever
seen
think
loads of
about.
rock stars I've been over.
Who else you seen?
Dave Navarro, Lemmy, Slash, Matt Sorum from Guns N' Roses.
What about when we see Puff Daddy stood in the
Saw
road?
Puff Daddy get out of his car and
was
get into
just-
another car.
Yeah, how many cars do you need?
Saw
You
John
saw-
Malkovich
Where?
at the Chateau
You
Marmont
saw Malky?
before you got there for that meeting.
Oh, what, he left? He probably knew I was coming. He'd be embarrassed by my acting skills, I suppose. So off he went, oh, Malky.
Yeah, he
If
squeezed
you
him
can't
out.
stand the heat, Malky, get out of the Chateau Marmont. Right, we've got a letter here. It's from Kate in Southampton. Aren't cocoa beans a code for cocaine? Did Willy Wonka keep his staff happy by giving them drugs? This is a dark book by Roald Dahl, who I believe to be an anti-Semite. Kate, we've examined the anti-Semitism of Roald Dahl and found him to be essentially a nice man who's probably just confused towards the end of his life. This is from Chris in Cardiff. My nan once said, what's the difference between HD and LSD? We were talking about TVs. Mind you, we were on acid. That's from Chris in Cardiff. I made up the last bit to give it a punchline. I had an embarrassing evening, says Simon from Durham. While I was out with an ex-girlfriend, she was a millionaire. Lots of R's at the end of this. She was a millionaire from the Isle of Wight, and we were at a party. I was feeling a little out of place, so I decided alcohol was the salvation in this situation. After drinking too much, I realised that Howard from Take That was the DJ. Was he? Or was he just really, really drunk? Because sometimes if you drink too much, you will see members of Take That. I decided to berate him by singing Take That lyrics really, really loud. To the dismay of the crowd, it ruined my relationship. Regards from Simon from Durham. That's just one of the horrors of alcohol. See, be more like me and Cheggers. Sensible gents, encouraging our friends, looking after people, not like Matt Morgan and Simon from Durham, people very much on the way down. Time for a little thing that's gonna blow your mind. Stuff's been happening in the stinking world. This is BBC Radio 2 online on digital and on 88 to 91 FM. Bloody old news. That's the Clash. Train. This is Russell Brand. BBC Radio 2. That was the news. What's the matter? What are you looking at me like that for?
Because we had a little tantrum in the news.
I don't know if that would qualify as a tantrum, Matthew. That was just a second. No, there wasn't a tantrum. Where? What was it? Well, because I wanted
I'm
to...
tired, I need a double espresso. You've had a double espresso already, it's too much coffee.
It's not enough coffee.
See?
What,
Honestly,
do you
it's a
think I've gone
slippery
addicted?
slope.
Oh, no. Because I was thinking, drinking all this coffee's boring. Crack.
No, seriously, coffee's a drug. You used to say that to me. Everything I do. Do you remember when I used to drink coffee? Coffee's a drug. You shouldn't drink that. It's bad for you. Now you're addicted to it.
Well, it's because I'm trying to look out for you and protect you from the perils and pitfalls that I myself have undergone and struggled from. See?
What about the other day? We went to that meeting, right? We go to a meeting,
Yeah.
and the guy says, do you want coffee?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll have coffee. And Russell says, can I have a double espresso? And he goes, oh, we don't really have espresso here, but I can do you a coffee.
Yes, that's all good so far.
And then what the normal person would go, oh, okay, I'll have a coffee. No, I need a double espresso. Well, I suppose I could go downstairs, up the street, about 10 minutes walking. Yes, I think so. That's not normal.
Well-
Yes, off your pop.
On your way, then. On your little
Oh, what a
stroll.
lovely offer, yes, please. He wasn't offering, he was going, well, there's a coffee shop somewhere in
Yes,
Santa
in a minute.
Monica.
Good, well, pop off there, then.
I'll see you soon. Double espresso.
You're still
and
here?
one more thing. Hurry up.
Why aren't you back yet from the coffee shop? Why are you still here telling me about the coffee shop and not being at it yourself?
It's drug behaviour.
Look, Matthew, it's very clear.
Wean yourself off.
I struggle to completely combat my addictive behaviour because we're using it to propel all our careers forward. Let's name it. I've got a mental illness. We've been exploiting it for some time now because it turns out to be a profitable mental illness where I can talk and think ever so quick for money. Now, some of the side effects are I need a lot of the old sex and some of the old coffee. I used to like heroin and crack, can't have that no more.
Actually, they're not bad addictions, are they?
They're not comparatively.
As long as you're wearing a Trojan.
As long as I've got my Trojan on, I can drink all the coffee I wish. I could get about a gallon.
You should drink coffee out of a Trojan.
I think I'll be dead within an hour. No one can take that much caffeine. Now listen, Matthew Morgan, what's my inquiry, my line of inquiry? I've got something important to ask you about. Oh, no.
How you'd like to proceed in getting me a date with that star of your film?
No.
Richard Griffiths? What's this about his twins?
Oh, I don't think we should say about that, because that was confusing. We'll get him on. Richard Griffiths wants to come on the show.
Really?
So does Guy Pearce. So we'll get him on the show, and then we'll talk, and any weird things they've said in public, or not...
Pull them up on it,
we'll
when
pull
they're
them up
there.
There and in the flesh, then we can get them. Right, so that's it. Now then, remember someone earlier in the first part of the show compared you to someone from the film Hedwig and the Angry Inch. Well, apparently the actor playing the boyfriend out in that movie, says Naomi, is a girl playing a man. Why is Matt always being compared to men dressed as women and vice versa? What is this transgenderal fixation you have?
I don't know. I think it's just because I'm a nice guy, sensitive. I'd like to see a picture. Why has no one Googled the picture?
Well, I don't know why that's not happened. I can only imagine.
Tantrum!
They're all off buying coffee by the sack. There's no one left to operate.
All tearful. Sorry, please, can I just push to the front? My job's on the line.
Oh no, my brain's not functioning properly because I was just remembering something that was brilliantly funny. Talking of Guy Pearce, says Joe, did either of you fancy him in Priscilla, Queen of the Desert? I thought he was tasty both as a man and as a woman. Love you both.
God, he was in that as well. He's brilliant, isn't he, really?
He's a brilliant actor. Yeah, he's really nice, and he's all sort of sweet and lovely.
He's
and
really
gentle.
nice, isn't he?
That's who you want to be fancying. Guy Pearce, not that woman, Teresa.
Oh.
So you've got a boyfriend. You can go out of actresses and jazz singers, Matthew.
Can I?
Of course you can.
Alfalfa plants. Will we have rabbits on our farm?
It will be a Steinbeckian dream. Just a few more years and we'll all be so powerful it'll be daft. And then we can do the nice revolution. We'll just accumulate some wealth, some power, use that as a launch pad for a glorious new era. Nostradamus predicted this, and where in the hell is Harmonica Matt, who once sang the glorious ode? Even Nostradamus couldn't have predicted that. Harmonica Matt was a man that we once hung around with. He could play a mouth organ, he stammered an awful lot, but not when he sang the blues. That's when the stammer stopped. A bit like Gareth Gates, but a sort of a, if you can imagine a version of that, smelling the sick, wandering around a Christmas party, looming down Tess Daly's frock. Ah, happy times.
Days.
Oh, wasn't they though? So, here's someone. Right, should we do? What would you like to do? Gay, or do you want to do jingle race war? Because we've got an item. Okay, time now for
get it out of
gay.
the way.
If there's a jingle there for it, stick it on now because we don't know. Oh, gay! Nice work, London. So we've got, this is from Harry. Hello, Russell, Matt and G. I've got a real problem. I've been with my boyfriend, Walter, for 3 years now. And with that, you know, Softy Walter out of the Beano, it's like he was meant to be gay, and that was encouraging us to not like gays.
He was homophobic, but
The
he
Beano
wasn't,
was homophobic.
He was a softie, he wasn't gay.
Yeah, but what was the implication? He wore that little bow tie.
Desperate Dan could have been gay. He was so butch.
Oh, he would have been a lovely gay. He was a positive stereotype. Noshing down on a cow pie, wasn't he? What about you before the radio show? When's Cilla Black going to come here and nosh me off? What a thing to say. What a thing to say.
As if I said that.
You said exactly
You
those
sex
things.
pest.
Well, anyway, Softy Walter from the Beano was, I think, a negative gay stereotype. Much as I loved the Beano, me and Matt, lifelong members of the Dennis the Menace fan club, hairy Nasher badge. That was Walter's main problem, was his constant pursuit of the hairy Nasher badge. So go on, what are you saying?
I don't know, what am I saying? You're the one talking.
Well, good. As it
Carry
should
on.
be. Let's get on with
So
this
hang
show.
on, there's someone called Walter
Yes,
and Harry.
and I thought of it because it's part of a gay problem, and I just thought, like, you know, perhaps we should have a bit more positive gay image, like a C-3PO. He was gay.
He was camp.
Oh.
Just being camp doesn't mean you're gay, you should know that.
But also, he fell apart. Like, well, have we said before? Yeah, we've talked before, but C-3PO, gay sort of robot,
And the
fell apart.
skeleton, yes.
I was thinking of doing that robot yesterday. I was thinking, takes. I wanted to do it like that. Takes. I wanted to do it like that.
How did you do? You did it sort of quite straight, didn't you?
Did it like C-3PO more, yeah. Adam Sandler said I was very good. He was very encouraging. He says I can do as I like. He's very nice to me, Adam Sandler. But let's get on with this lad's gay problem.
Come on.
In our regular item, gay. This lad, Harry, has been with his boyfriend Walter for 3 years. Without revealing too many details, the sex life is pretty good and wants to stay with him. However, recently Walter has been suggesting that I should get a penis extension. Oh dear, oh dear. I'm not small downstairs, however my penis is tiny. I'm not small downstairs, but not exactly massive either. So it's something he has been very keen on. I can afford it, but I also owe a bit of money for loans. Is it worth risking my currently stable financial position for the extension that I'm not even sure I like the idea of, as I've always thought natural is best? I know you, Russell, were offered a free penis extension at some point. But
Really?
yes, well, the Shagger of the Year people insisted. So why didn't you accept? Well, the reason I didn't accept it, because I don't think... Well, how would you extend your
Hang on,
penis?
when were you
and why?
offered a free penis
Remember
extension?
those people sent that toot round here? They sent they sent us a load of toot. It was like looked like a sort of a compass from Walter Riley's days.
Oh, that.
A load of metal
that was
stuff.
Yeah, right, well, no.
I wouldn't want no one letting that near my
Just put
gear.
a Trojan, like, put your jumper down in the last 4 inches of it, pack it in, and put that on.
Yeah.
Hey-ho.
Yeah, anyway, no one should be... Your boyfriend, Walter, he oughtn't be bothered about the size of your winky if he loves you. And I'd just say do it a bit more aggressive if it's a problem. You know, and also, there's all sorts of appendages all over the human body. You can stick places.
I didn't think penis extensions worked. I thought it was a
How
myth.
can they? How can you cut into a penis, stick another thing in there, sew it all back together and it'll be a problem? It's a ridiculous idea. There's absolutely no
Yeah.
point in doing it. It can't be done. Can it, Matt?
I don't know. I think you can probably make it thicker, but I don't think you can make it longer.
How do you make it thicker? Sticking fat down under the skin? I mean, what's the point? What's the point of having a little fat willy staring
a
up at
little
you?
quarter-pounder.
Looking up at you like Danny DeVito. No one needs that. Just leave things the way they are, like Jesus would have wanted.
Yeah, it'll go wrong. It'll be
It'll
bent.
go
It'll be
wrong.
like a light bulb.
Yeah, if there's someone not liking a part of your body, that's their way of telling you you're not right together. Just clear off, go with someone else. There's all sorts of people who'll be right glad of your lovely normal Willie, mate. You pop round
I
there.
hope he's changed their names, because there can't be too many couples called Harry and Walter.
Actually, he did say that I should change those names before I read it out.
Let's change them now, then.
Peter and Stephen, a couple of lovely gays, right? And they've got all sorts of problems. Apparently one of them's Willie ain't big enough. Now, well, what I'd say is, just...
That's not a gay problem, that's just a relationship
Hold on, Matt,
problem.
but we always said that we want more of a broader remit
Okay.
of gay problems, and now we've got one, and you bicker. That's a lovely gay problem.
Sorry.
I'm very happy with it. Well done, Steve and Pete, with your gay problem, and best of luck with the extension. Get planning permission, is what I will say, because it'd be horrible if you had to have it ripped out again just afterwards, because you didn't get the proper forms. Here is another gay problem. It's from a lad who calls himself Andy. I was recently at a fancy dress party, dressed as Noel Fielding. After a few drinks, I noticed a girl dressed like you. I decided to pursue this female. Anyway, by the end of the night, we had it off with each other on the bathroom floor. Well, what a fine homage to me and Noel Fielding that was. I can think of nothing that either of us would like more. I'm not worried that it may have been the Russell Brand... Oh, I'm worried that it might have been the Russell Brand costume that attracted me to this girl, as I've met her since, and it's not really been the same. It's either that, or maybe it was just the atmosphere. Did I have a gay feeling? What shall I do about the girl? That's from Andy. What are we going to do, Matt? This poor lad.
You'll probably claim that he's in love with you, like you do with most people.
Let's not be too hasty, Matt. Let's see what my old think box comes up with after a few seconds of reflection. This lad Andy's in love with me and what I look like. He'd fall in love with anything what looked like me, probably, most likely.
I was convinced that people were in love with him if anyone, changes jobs or anything.
Yeah, he's got a problem. He's in love with me.
He's moved to another country. And I say, yeah, I think I know why. Really? He's in love with me, isn't he? Falling in love.
People do fall in love. Hold on.
Is his coffee arriving?
Hello there. Matt's come back with the coffee, God bless him, and what I can only describe as a real nice-looking lady I can only assume to be his wife. Well done, Matt. You member of the American military, and look what he's done there. It's one of the coups of the century. Congratulations. Welcome to the show. Now, what are we talking about? Gays?
Yes.
And I've had another
So someone
coffee.
fancied a woman who's dressed as you and he's worried he might be gay.
Don't worry about it. I suppose the problem with our gay item is that we're quite sort of liberal, hedonistic people, and more or less any
We just don't
problem that
care.
anyone has, we just go, just do what you want, mate. Just do what you like.
The thing is, though, when girls dress up as you, which I've seen
I don't
quite
like
a lot,
the beard.
they do a beard.
Yeah,
with
don't-
like mascara-y
Yeah,
stuff,
they
like
draw a
dotting
mascara
it.
beard on.
Women with beards, I don't know, it's just...
It's not for me. It's the
I'm
lack of
against it.
beard that draws me to a woman.
Yes, and when you kiss me, which
Yes.
sounds odd, but he was kissing me before is a form of bullying.
It's not bullying.
It's disgusting,
That's
it's
love.
like prickly, horrible.
Why doesn't he love me to give him a nice cuddle? All I've ever wanted is for you to be happy. I
I
don't
don't cuddle anyone. I don't like it. I don't like,
What's
apart from like in a sexual way, but
Yeah,
like
when you're these poor
family,
strippers,
anything.
what do? Just pop your Trojan on and jab him round the corner of the door?
I have a special sheet with a hole cut in it. And I say, I'm ready.
Do what you will. Write me a letter and tell me how it was.
No, I don't really like physical,
Well, it's good to get into
Stuff.
it. No, it's all right. A bit of a cuddle. That's okay.
I don't mind a sort of manly handshake or
I
a
know.
pat on the back.
That's why I appreciate when you've done nice things, like when I was having that tantrum, when that poetry lady didn't recognise my brilliance as a poet when we were making that Jack Kerouac documentary and said your poem was better, which maybe it was, Matt. Maybe
it was.
But why be mean to me? Oh, Russ, one of the
She wasn't
great
particularly
poets.
mean to you.
She said that my use of the word void was cliched, and it rhymed, I think, with annoyed or, I don't know, Hilton Boyd. You know, it was a justified use of the word void, and you did hold my hand under that table, and I've never forgiven you for that. You undermined me.
It wasn't so much, being nice. It was just trying to shut you up.
Was it?
It was a way. If I squeezed your hands, you stopped talking. So.
Yeah. It did actually help, because I thought my hand's being squeezed now by Matt. Why is this happening? This will be a star of yet another one of my brilliant poems. I snatched up a biro and scribbled away. Right, so we've dealt with that gay problem. Look, if you've got any problems about being gay, go off and be much more gay than ever before. Walter and Harry or Steve and Pete or whatever you claim your names are, you get at it, regardless of the size of your genitalia.
Accept each other the way you are.
Yeah, and that's everyone everywhere.
I'm not into extensions and cosmetic surgery and stuff.
You're all fine. Everyone's fine. The problem is that you
Psychological.
You can't solve problems externally. It's internal. Tune yourself into the light of God, which is divinely yours. You're in tune with it anyway. You've just been distracted by consumerism and the material world. We're all part of one consciousness. Everything's going to be absolutely fine. Just let me get a little bit more famous. I'll kick right off. It's going to be brilliant.
Second espresso kicking in.
Second espresso. Coming on strong, coming on strong. Yes, we're going to have a lovely revolution. It's all going to be fine.
It's babbling.
Come on, what should we... Did you want a record?
Too much coffee.
What record should we put on? Because, come on, let's be professional.
Okay, let's listen to...
2 million people are listening to this. This is nominated for Sony Best Radio Show in the World Award at next year's thing, next week. Right? Now, I don't think that they're going to approve of this junk, are they? What's Noel Gallagher going to say down the ceremony?
Where is Noel Gallagher? On holiday?
Of course he's on holiday. Ring him. Right, that's it. I've had about enough of this. Let's ring him. We ring him right now on my telephone machine. Hold on. Here's a text message. Who's that from? No, that's Richard Griffiths. Once again, I must stress to never bring Matt Morgan onto... It's really upset him. No, there is one from Noel Gallagher. Is one of your mob trying to call me? Mob? What a leery, garish, awful language. I'll call him myself straight away. I don't know how to put this on loudspeaker, Matthew. Do you know how to put this on? No. Because I use this very simplistic American phone. All right, call off the search. Everyone relax.
Yes.
Matt's found his iPhone.
The iPhone...
No
well, I haven't found it. I've replaced it, and a very good friend of mine updated it all on my computer back at home.
Give your friend props like you're a gangster. Why don't you tip a 40 to the curb for all your dead homies? Noel Gallagher? No. Are you all right, mate? Can we call you up? You come on the radio? You're on it now, actually, a bit, so don't swear. But, like, you're just on it on a mobile.
How you doing?
Yeah, good, thanks, mate. You on holiday in Ibiza? No?
I'm in the Caribbean, mate.
You dirty devil. Imagine that. Oh, just imagine what you're up to. You'd be doing something sleazy, I'll wager. Look, Noel, we're going to ring you back on a proper phone in a minute, yeah? Is that all right?
All right, yeah, come on.
All right, then talk to you in a second. All right, bye-bye, bye. He's in a nice mood, isn't he? You can tell already. If we had someone here, he wouldn't bring up their physical deficiencies or oddities, would he?
God, well...
Embarrassment, that man's caused us.
So
Right.
should we listen to Joy Division? Warsaw?
Let's listen to Warsaw, Joy Division, and then we'll call up Noel Gallagher. You'll listen to Russell Brand Show. If you want to email us, do russell.brand@bbc.co.uk. If you want to text us, 88291. Look at me, professionalism, sure.
Brilliant.
I hope we get that reward. Oh, I hope we get that reward. Would you like a reward? What would you say if it was a speech? Same thing. What would you do if you had to do the speech? Please welcome
don't put me under that
Matt
pressure.
Morgan. Go on to the speech.
Thank you. Obviously, I'm the star of the show.
Oh! Spiteful, because it's me normally. Go on.
And I'd like to thank G,
Yeah.
Noel
Well done.
Gallagher,
Yeah.
and a little guy
Go on.
called Rusty Branstein.
Woo! That's me. Good. If we do win, it would be good if Matt went and got it. All right, then, go on, let's listen to Warsaw. 350-125. Warsaw, Joy Division. I'd like to dedicate that personally to Noel Gallagher, who I believe is on the telephone. Hello, Noel.
All right,
Noel?
Ross.
You right, mate?
Yeah, not bad. And you?
Yeah, very well today, thanks. You know, quite upbeat, things going well, work seems to be going well.
Finally
quite
let you back
content.
in then, did they?
Oh yeah, there was some embarrassment when I was bounced out of the country, yes, that was unfair and undeserved. That was very cruel, but I'm back now, and do you know what? It's almost as if they've taken me to their heart more than ever. Tomorrow night I'm at the Roxy on Sunset Strip. Oh, it's the galaxy of stars going. Whether you're Guy Pearce or Eddie Murphy, you'll be there tomorrow night.
Eddie Murphy's going.
Imagine him laughing, it's going to be distracting.
He might leave.
Yeah, he'll walk out. Yeah, go on then,
Is he be
no.
laughing at you or laughing with you, though?
I think he'd just be hollering, wandering around, waiting for some sort of transsexual diversion. That's what, what do you mean? No, did that not really happen? Was that not true?
No, I think it was true.
Oh, right. Well, fair enough. I'd like to retract it. Now, listen then, Noel, what are you doing? You're on holiday?
Yeah, I'm on holiday with Sarah and the young prince.
Oh, how is he? Is he right?
He's good, actually. He's just had his bath, and he's just peed all over Sarah.
Has he?
Yeah.
She's probably used to that with you, isn't she?
Well,
you and your drunken antics. Huh?
That's the
Go
kind
on.
of gear you get up to with women.
Hey, don't say things like that. I'm a gentleman. It's Matt Morgan who's been dragging strippers home night after night.
Boy, good boy. Have you really, Matt?
Well, she wasn't a stripper, but she was in a strip club.
She was the cleaner there. But I'm still proud of him. He's getting closer and closer to getting an actual stripper. That's what we're all hoping for. That's the dream. So, okay.
How's he taken to Los Angeles?
He don't fit in, Noel.
I love it. I'm out every night.
He doesn't
Everyone
fit
else
in.
is boring.
He's having an awful time. I see him looking out the window, weeping, writing letters, thinking about the Queen. He had the national anthem on in the house the other day. Poor sod. It's
No, I
ridiculous.
like it.
No, he fits.
When are you coming out to mix that track?
I don't think we've got to do it now. It's finished now. It's done.
How did you mix that track? What are you going to do? Just release it substandard?
No, it wasn't. It was. We thought we had to remix it, but then it was decided that we didn't have to remix it. We just
Well,
put
that's
it out.
because you
as it
lowered
was.
the standard of your record.
Yeah,
No,
pretty
don't.
much,
Let's
yeah.
not bother remixing it. That's all that's happened, isn't it? Because it's still the same
No, it was
thing.
a little thing called mastering. You probably won't understand what that was, though.
No, I don't, unless it's mastering the art of comedy, something I've done some time ago. It's a shame you're not in Blighty, mate, to go to that award ceremony on our behalf. We were rather hoping that if we won, that you might go and get it with Mr. G. But
When
you're
is it?
sodding a... What are you doing? You're in the
When is it?
Caribbean?
Maybe, yeah,
It's
but,
next
yeah,
week,
but when
12th.
is it? When is
I
it?
think.
12th. You're going to be on holiday still?
Yeah, unfortunately, I'm going to be on holiday still. I would have loved that. I can do a satellite link up, though.
You
You
could
want-
do a satellite link up if we do win. Well, why don't you just get off your bloody holiday and leave your poor urine-doused girlfriend to enjoy herself a little bit? That's what some people would say.
Sarah's always enjoying herself. We're on this island where we've been given golf buggies to drive around on.
Really?
And I said to her, yeah, let's have a go on the golf buggy. You know what she said to me?
Go on.
She said, no, you can't because you've not got a valid driving licence.
Quite right.
Good.
Yeah.
Stickler.
Right?
Probably
For a golf
as well.
buggy. A
No,
valid
fair enough.
driving licence.
No, I'm thinking it's good that she said that. Also, she probably didn't want a window to the future about a year forward when she has to put you in an electric wheelchair, you poor tottering old sod. Probably be a grim prophecy for that poor woman. Oh, yeah, I went out of Morrissey the other night, Noel. I went out of Morrissey the other night, and he was like, listen to this, for a really odd thing. Morrissey was sort of like encouraging me to chat up birds. At one point, this girl walked past in a white dress, and Morrissey was like elbowing me under the table. Like, I mean, he wasn't under the table, he was sat next to me, but he was elbowing me like, oh, go on, chat her up. Like he was like, sort of as if we was a couple of blokes.
You can take the boy out of Manchester. Unfortunately,
Right.
you can't take Manchester out of the boy, eh?
That's the spirit. He's still got it. Old Morrissey, the womanising cad. Out there.
Where did you go with him?
Some sort of posh restaurant in called Aggo or something like that down Los Angeles. Nice it was. We had a nice time. I had the risotto.
And what did you have? Cardboard and chips.
No, we had fine vegetarian food and both congratulated each other on our fine principles. Then we
What did he have?
swanned off home.
Just as a matter of interest, what did he have?
He had a sort of a vegetarian pasta type dish. He had a side of potatoes. We shared the potatoes a little bit. It was nice.
All right.
It was a very, very lovely evening. Was had by all.
I assume Matt was there, was he?
Matt didn't come out because he was out trawling around brothels and strip clubs, being sick into bins, troubling Oscar the Grouch. Horrible state he was in. Ridiculous.
I heard you. What was it? Was it last week? What's her name was on? Cilla Black.
Oh yeah, Silla.
Yeah.
I
was
think she
Matt.
had a few, hadn't she?
I think, yeah, no, she'd been on the sauce. But Matt, did I tell you, Matt, before the show started, went, when's Cilla Black going to come out here and nosh me off?
As if
What?
I said that.
He
Stop
did.
repeating it.
He kept saying it.
I
He
didn't
said,
say that.
what a funny thing to say. Now he's just chomping on his chewing gum, all pleased with himself for insulting a national institution like dear old Silla. What's next? You're going to knee
was-
Christopher Biggins in the
She
balls?
was sexy.
What are you
Talking about butter on her chin and stuff.
Yeah, she was.
So when?
Yeah, she was.
So listen, never mind that rubbish. So when are you lot back?
Middle of June, depends. Might be doing some new movies. We've got being offered a few more movies, like one where I play. Now get this, a tennis player. It's going to be a smash new movie.
Don't blow it.
Don't blow it, because it could be, yeah. But it depends how it might, might not do it. Depends if me and Matt can rewrite it or not. Might be doing a film, be a laugh, so we might stay out here longer. Depends, Noel. Why, missing us?
Is it a remake then? Obviously it is.
It's not a remake, no. It's going to be a real hit film if we decide to do it. Otherwise, it might be a bit boring if we're not in it. But
Right.
I'm just looking forward to the day that I can start doing a soundtrack with you. We're all looking forward to that very much.
Well, yeah, we've already heard your attempts at music, Russell. They kind of verge between the rubbish and creepy.
Rubbish and creepy.
Yeah, in fact, creepy rubbish is what it is.
They're a bit creepy. Yeah, fair enough. That's all right. I can't dispute that. You can't be good at everything. It wouldn't be right. Yeah, anyone who's heard me sing or seen me dance would say that justice has been done. Should we do anecdotes? Noel, stay on the phone. Do the item anecdote. You like doing things like that?
Yeah, go on then.
We had Cheggers on the phone earlier, Keith Chegwin. He reckons your brother said to him, he goes, I met Liam the other day, and he all enthusiastically told a story about how Liam resents his children having Rice Krispies because there's too much cleaning up afterwards. Does that I sort of thought, do you reckon that's likely, or has Keith Chegwin gone balmy?
I don't know.
Whole thing sounds a bit...
I don't know anything about what goes on with Liam behind closed doors.
Right,
Nor am I interested.
No, nor am I really. Rice Krispies, cleaning up, the whole thing sounds bizarre. That's why I don't have children scenarios like that.
But is kids Rice Krispies they don't go snap, crackle and pop.
What? They don't?
No, they go.
What do you mean?
He's coming now. He's coming.
Oh Christ! Keep it down. Okay, shall we do? Right, let's do Anecdotes right now. If there's a jingle from Anecdotes, I'd bloody well love to hear it.
Hello dear, oh dear, cry me pipes and things that Nan say. Things we say, we don't know what we're doing, do we?
That's good, isn't it? Lovely jingle.
Yeah,
but
brilliant.
right, we'll do a couple of anecdotes. Then I think you've got your own jingle, Noel. So I'll just do a couple of anecdotes, and then perhaps we'll hear Noel's own jingle. But here's this first anecdote. It's from Joff. Hello, chaps. My nan and her twin sister, great auntie Hazel, were trying to drive back from Cardiff to Gloucester. They lost their way within half an hour because they didn't want to use the map. They decided to follow a man in a car that looked like he knew where he was going. They ended up in Swansea. Why would they do that? These two poor old ladies. He looks like he knows where he's going. They could be. He probably did know where he's going. Don't know where they're going. What ridiculous logic from them nans. Hello, guys, says Christy McFarlane from Scotland. My nan was reading the definition of potassium out of the dictionary and read essential for living orgasms. Well, I think that's a lie. Whenever there's one about orgasms, I'll just assume it's a lie. Do you, Matt?
No, I don't know.
Might have happened. Why is she reading out potassium definition? Why does she need to know
That's
that?
a bit odd, isn't it?
See, that's it. You've got to question these things. So,
Maybe
and this
she was
one...
discussed- and isn't that one of the main components of a banana?
Yeah, right.
It is, actually.
Yeah.
Which I overdosed on once on this radio show.
Oh, yeah, when you were trying to break the world record and you let us all down very badly by being sick down your leg.
In the bin, actually.
How many did you get through?
I think it was 4.
If it had been
And what-
format, we'd
what-
be sat looking at a world record holder. It
I
was
had more
3.
than 3.
It was 3. I just had a banana as a snack before it, and you didn't even see me complain. I just got on with the job.
Try and eat 4 bananas.
I will, mate, and I'll get right into the Guinness Book of Records where I belong, not like you, being all sick. You look
Full
like-
of potassium.
How long do you have to do it in?
I think you had 3 minutes, Noel. It was a bloody
It's surprisingly hard, actually.
No, I think that's easy. All right, my little lad could do a couple in a minute.
Of course he could. He could do that while weeing over your missus. It'd be a spectacular. That should be in the Guinness Book of Records. Here, listen to this. This is not racist, but certainly regionalist. Dear Russ, Matt G and everyone else, after hearing the squeeze me sponge comment last week, which was how someone's nan described urinating, it reminded me of something my granddad used to say. Whenever he was going to the toilet, he used to say, I'm just going to give birth to a baby Geordie. Disgusting, eh? That's racist against the people of Newcastle, who I've always admired.
That's terrible.
No, that's not racist against Geordies. The Geordies are not a race.
Yeah, but they are, but
They're just
people...
a collection of fat people.
Oh, no! Why? Why no? Actually, I'd looked at some of our statistics the other day, and we're not getting listened to enough in the North East, so actually that may not register.
No, you watch matches today every time Newcastle get beat.
Yeah.
Right? There's always a shot of a topless bunch of Geordies crying. Like looks like they've been living in the KFC for too long.
No, okay, well, listen, I'd like to just say that obviously those are the views of Noel Gallagher, not of me, Russell Brand, a lovely man who thinks all the people of the world are beautiful, and we do not define them by the physical appearance unless we're about to have some monkey business with them. Then suddenly that becomes rather more important. Here, let's listen to the Noel Gallagher jingle, as he has just done a classic Noel Gallagher moment of being rude about people needlessly. This is Nolan. There you are, see, Noel Gallagher there, upsetting people unnecessarily. That's because that's me and Matt, or me, I think, singing it, and then someone's had the good sense to make it into a proper jingle.
You know for a fact, you wouldn't give Matt the microphone.
That's true, yes, he balls that up. Having to shepherd him round bloody Los Angeles like Rain Man is enough trouble. More anecdotes. Hello, Russell. I work in a supermarket, and last weekend an elderly lady shuffled up to me looking a bit confused. She told me she was looking for something. When I inquired to what she wanted, she asked me if we had any Pied Piper potatoes. I asked her if you meant Maris Piper potatoes, to which she indifferently replied, "Yeah, that's the ones." Benjamin in Portsmouth. Pied Piper potatoes. Pied Piper? He was out of order, taking away those kids, wasn't he? Well, he took the rats first, but then the kids. And
Did he?
Well, yeah, and I think that was all... Sorry, Peter, I just threw a load of paper at him unnecessarily, like I once threw all them pistachio shells at an engineer for not doing our bidding. Yeah, I just think that the Pied Piper, he took them rats, then he goes, if you don't pay me, I'm having the kids. And in fact, I don't even think he mentioned that was part of his payment plan. He took the kids off. And I think you've got every right, if you clear a town of rats, to be paid, but in children...
This is topical comedy from Russell Brand.
So, people of Hamlin, I'll lead you to freedom, if that's what you require. Yeah, fair enough, okay.
We could do some of that at the Roxy tomorrow.
That's the sort of stuff that'll be
Eddie
going
Murphy
down
will lap that up.
I love this.
That's not how he laughs. That's not it. Like that.
Hold on, do it again.
That's not quite it either. It's better than yours.
Come on, that's it. Everyone, a baby, there's a baby here. Some of our Hollywood big shot agents are coming into the room. That's nice. They've bought a baby. Hello, Sean. Good to see you. Hello, Meg. Hello, Paige.
Is James Bond there?
James Bond, why would you say this? Is that your baby?
Yeah.
Someone call social services. Noel's a bad dad. What's going on there? Why is your baby crying? What's going on?
Because he just dropped his bendy giraffe and he's now picking it back up again. He's all right now, ain't he, son?
Oh, Noel
Bendy
Gallagher.
giraffe.
A whole nation goes at Noel Gallagher, or those that had the good sense to listen to this show. Oh, is he all right? He's okay now. He's right as rain now. He's got that back.
He's all right now.
Well, you holding him, are you?
No. I'm just, he's
You're just communicating with him across the room.
He's just holding my ashtray while I flip my cigar into it.
That's the spirit. Dear, there he is. Noel Gallagher, he won't change. Now, come on, let's talk about something. Should we interview you a bit?
Go on, then.
All right, hold on. We'll think of something. Hold on. Actually, we've got some Noel Gallagher. Oh, wait a second. We've got some stuff. Look at this. This is brilliant. This is from Mark. Dear Russ, Matt, G and Noel, if he's there in brackets, I attended a New York university in 95 to 96 as part of an exchange programme. It was at that time that Oasis Wonderwall was released in the US. Hilariously, all the interviews with Oasis on US TV were accompanied with subtitles to help the Yankees understand what Noel and Liam were on about. Well, what about that, Noel? You inarticulate oath.
Well, it's just so that we didn't, we didn't get misquoted. But some of them are really funny. Like when when we get a bit drunk, we get a bit pissed and all that. So some of although we speak very fast, even some of the terms that we use in everyday language in English were kind of Americanized. Some of it's quite funny if you can get it on YouTube.
What bizarre idioms that you use? I wouldn't have liked that to be that. The person.
I put a chair over Liam's head because I was pissed, and it's they put it in brackets. He wasn't angry. He was drunk.
He was angry, didn't it?
Right, okay, fair enough. So they had to interpret it. I wouldn't have liked to have had to have typed out verbatim him and Liam just jabbering on their rubbish.
Yeah.
What an insulting job for
You'd
someone.
need to be British to get it right, wouldn't you? Otherwise you're just repeating the mistakes.
I
actually found it quite flattering. I was like, well, at least they're making the effort, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, all right. Yeah, I suppose so.
You looked for the positive in that, then?
Yeah. I'm liking it for that woman.
Than, be like Be like, it won't be like you tomorrow night. I'll have to explain all your humour to Eddie Murphy afterwards.
I'm sorry about that. Well, what I meant there, Eddie, that's the sudden revelation of a previously concealed fact.
Eddie, I seen you weren't laughing at that point, so just let me reiterate what I was trying to say.
It was actually very insightful, a bit of satire about the Bush regime. What about that then? Well, actually, I think that person, then people typing out them subtitles, be like that woman that has that monkey, and she gives him a little box where he has to say, I want an apple, and everything. It's like trying to interpret the language of monkeys, them American subtitlers were doing, trying to tolerate human Liam's jabbering. This is from Steph and Christine.
Really?
Is you going to retalk? 'Cause I've got another email now.
No, I'm not going to retalk. No.
Save any abuse, right? You concentrate on bringing up that lovely lad, while I'll just do some occasional abuse. This is from Steph and Christina. They claim to be from Canada. Hello, Russ, Matt and G, and whoever else happens to be here. I was checking out a horoscope website and came across this paragraph about Noel Gallagher that you might appreciate, we thought. When Oasis burst onto the scene with their reinvented approach to raucous rock and roll, complete with anti-establishment sneering, nobody would have thought that in a few years Noel Gallagher would have become something of a traditionalist. However, a look at the position of Neptune and Saturn in his chart reveals that Noel really does yearn for the good old days. We should expect some very public comments from Noel in the next month or so, which will definitely come as a surprise to those who regard him as the ultimate rock and roll rebel. That's from Steph and Christina. Thank you.
That's true.
What are you, a bit of a traditionalist, really?
Yeah, absolutely, yeah, man. It's things I kind of, things were better around about the time of the Second World War, I think. You know what I mean?
What about that terrible war, you maniac? That was awful.
Yeah, but all right, yeah, but Hitler started it and all that, but I mean, it kind of,
Oh, no, this is good. Hold on, get a pen.
Well, yeah, but no, I don't know, no, obviously I don't mean that, but, society in itself, and its traditions, I think, were a lot better. There's no such thing as hoodies, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but there was Nazis. Nazis are worse than hoodies.
Well, they was in Germany, weren't they? They was in Germany, right? I'm talking about where we live.
Yeah, right, okay, fair enough. Society was better during the horrors of the Holocaust.
Did you see that story in the paper the other day? Like a gang of 4-year-olds battered a dog to death with baseball bats or something in the East End somewhere. Did you see that?
No, we didn't know. I don't think anyone else did, because you just made it up.
Well, that's what I'm talking about. The scum.
4-year-old boys ganging up on a dog?
Yeah, a gang of 4-year-olds battered a dog to death.
Well,
that stuff probably used to go on in the past.
Yeah, of course it did. People were always battering dogs to death in the good old days. That would have happened under Hitler. Of course it would. For heaven's sake. All right, I see what you mean, yeah. All right, so, yeah, in the old days, there's more of a sense of community. Well, after the revolution, we'll appoint you to some bluff old traditionalist division where you can dish out ration books.
The minister for the good old days.
Yeah, that can be you. You can be like a sort of spiv and deal out nylons.
Well, I do yearn for the past. I do think things are better in the past. I don't particularly like modern life.
Oh.
You?
Yeah, it's all right. What's wrong with it? Internet?
No,
nice.
The internet's not. Well, the internet's not very nice, is it?
What do you mean? All the pornography and everything?
No, I just mean it's not a very nice. It's not a very nice medium, is it? It's useful.
What do you want? A cottage with flowers on it, and a P.G. Wodehouse novel, and a pipe?
No, I want it to be nice stuff. That's why I haven't got a computer, because they're not very nice.
I'm a multi-millionaire on holiday in the Caribbean, complaining things aren't nice enough.
Things aren't nice enough here on my paradise isle, covered in baby pee.
I'm in a shack on a beach. All right, I've gone back.
Yeah.
You got swimming trunks on?
Have I got? No, I haven't got swimming trunks on. Actually,
Dirty devil, naked as the day was born, stiff as a ball, no doubt.
For a rather posh dinner, if you must know.
Off for a posh dinner?
Yeah.
Nice. Who's babysitting?
He's coming with us.
Oh, that's nice. Oh, you're a lovely fella, really.
We're going to sit him in his little high chair. I'm going to give him his little kiddie ashtray, and we're going to regale the locals of Tales from Abroad. You're
getting on with everyone. You're not causing any bother out there, are you? Remember, you're an ambassador.
Actually, funny thing, we had a paparazzi guy today come sail past in a boat, right? And the sailor stood up and waved at him, and he kind of, he was kind of sat with his little camera over the rim of the boat, and I said, I waved to him. He kind of hid. So he jumped back down, so he was hidden in this boat, and he stayed there for about an hour. He must have been getting so sunburnt, and then he just got off and drove off.
He had to hide there for a bit. He felt embarrassed. Oh, poor sod. You shouldn't do that. Just think, I don't mind them when they're out here. It's nice to see them, I think.
I don't mind the paparazzi at all, but the ladies get a bit offended, don't they?
Oh, yeah, because they're off in their bras or something.
Well, they're off semi-naked, aren't they?
Dirty devils, well. And then they complain, eh?
When
we come over with our Trojans.
I don't mind them paparazzi fellas.
No, when was the last time you used the condom?
When was that? I don't know, years and years and years ago. I think I probably filled it with water and threw it at someone.
Yeah.
Oh, dear.
That's what passes for his sex life.
You mean for its actual purpose?
For its function, yeah, because, like, Trojan condoms, me and Matt have agreed, don't try and bully me with this now, Morgan.
Aren't big enough for me.
They got too much space in them. That's what I'd say. Well, I've never tried it on or anything, but it just, Matt said they look like garden refuse sacks.
They've got too much space in them.
Well, they're very generously sized.
Russell bought some condoms.
I didn't buy them. Someone bought them.
He put it on and it fell straight off.
Somehow that doesn't surprise me.
How dare you? Use lot. It's a terrible way to treat a man.
But hang on, why has he not used a condom for years? That's terrible.
Why? Yeah, no wonder he's... Yeah, well, he's made in a relationship, isn't he?
He's always in relationships.
Because I've had no need to use a condom.
Yeah, his sperm's very weak. It's just one tadpole comes wriggling out. Unfortunately, it made it. He's got a baby now.
Well, I've got two, actually.
Oh, no, of course you have. Yeah, you got that one as well. There, that one for my last marriage. Little girl, nice, well done. Got a couple of kids, well done. You're all normal, it's all working. Nothing wrong with you. All nice. Not like the old days, though, is it, Noel? You could leave your door open unless the Nazis turned up. Right. Okay, well, it's lovely talking to you, but it has now just become a normal conversation, and I forgot that we're actually supposed to be on the radio. Thank you very much for coming up. No, I miss you a little bit, and I know Matt does, but he can't express emotions like a normal person. He's just like a robot.
Me and Matt do it through the eyes.
Sorry?
Me and Matt communicate through our eyes. I have to hug you and take your hand like because you get all insecure. And, why is he not somewhere?
I do get insecure. Matt told me you held his hand once as you walked through a crowd at a venue.
We were absolutely. I was plastered.
Yeah.
I actually thought he'd get embarrassed, but he didn't. I kind of went with it after a bit.
No, he gripped it. He said that he kept holding hands long after there was no need.
I missed it. Once it had gone.
Well, then I kind of realised that he had shorts on or something, and I was like, Jesus. Shorts.
Yeah, he's an unusual boy.
Shorts on at Led Zeppelin.
It goes out in hot pants sometimes. He's got a side of himself he's trying to suppress. Noel, thank you very much for taking our call. I know you don't like it if I try and end conversations. You get all offended by it. I don't know what that is.
I'm going to go and empty this ashtray. This little lad seems to be getting a cough. Don't you, son?
Yeah. No, you shouldn't be smoking him. Right, yeah, go and empty your son's ashtray, and we'll talk to you again soon. Thank you very much, Noel. Missed you. Right, bye, dear. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Here he goes. Look, Noel Gallagher. Just living his life. Nice to hear from him, isn't it?
Traditionalist Noel.
There he is. Traditionalist Noel. Just edging towards racism as he enters his final days. Yeah, so yeah, bless
his
him.
little column in the Mail coming up.
Yeah, it's inevitable, I think. Right, let's listen to a record, then we'll wrap up the show. Have we got anything?
Nirvana, I think.
Oh, you wanted to listen to In Bloom, didn't you?
Yeah.
Let's listen to In Bloom, then we'll wrap up the show. We'll go home, carry on with our lives, will we?
Okay.
Oh, I don't take it. That's Nirvana In Bloom. You listen to Russell Brand on BBC Radio 2. The show is nearly over now. We didn't speak to Alistair McGowan. He's still hunched over backstage at
Someone
Cabaret.
give him some food, some scraps.
Just a few. Just give him a few pennies. He'll make his own way. He'll be all right. So, Sharon, you wanted to say something, didn't you, on the radio? Sharon Smith is here. What did you want to say, dear?
Oh, no, I just wanted to tell people that you had another little fall the other day.
I did fall down.
Why did you keep falling over?
This one was quite spectacular. We was on our way out and he was going to wear flip-flops. It's quite cold in Lola Lane. He's like, I can't wear trainers with these trousers, can I? Because they're a bit sort of like Ali Barbary kind of MC Hammers type trousers. And I was
nice.
Bizarre clothes.
Those trousers are nice.
They're not nice.
So
why don't you think they're nice?
Because they're drain pipes at one end, great big baggy things. It's like you flapping around in a Trojan.
Well, I listen. Can we please not criticise me? I listen and I learn.
Can we please not criticise
me?
Don't
criticise me. I'm a nice man. I'm trying my hardest to do a radio programme. Look, those trousers are cool. They're the future. Okay. I'm going to be dressing much more like a messianic rock and roll Jesus from now on, and it's something we're all going to just have to adjust to, all right?
Okay.
Right. Now, come on. Sharon was saying something. So anyway,
he was on his way out in his Ali Barbara trousers with his flip-flops, and he was like, oh, I think my feet are going to get cold. Oh, Sharon, my feet are going to get cold. I can't wear trainers with these. And I was like, yeah, you can. So I sort of legged it up the stairs to get his trainers because he was in a bit of a hurry. And he kind of tried to leg it up the stairs behind me, and I just said, boom, 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 boom. And then when I turned around, he was kind of shaped like Superman, but instead of going across the sky, guy who was laying across the stairs.
The flip-flop went to the side.
His flip-flop was
the
all
old
on the
sideways
side.
flip-flop.
Came out the side. It wasn't, my toe was not gripping the bit. It was
Demand you were lifted up.
I just stayed there for a while. I've fallen down. No one mention it. I'm down on the ground. Horrible on the stairs to be laying down. Really thudded. Hey, what's that sound? Whose phone is that? It's not my phone.
I don't know if that's broadcast.
It's probably you, Matthew. With all your stupid
just
phones.
for having two phones on the table.
I've got my iPhone back. Is there a way I can attach this to my body? Is there a way I can attach it to my body? He wants to get a special belt made and hang it round his neck and all sorts of rubbish.
No, what I'm going to do
you've been
is
coming
put
out
it in a
with.
cover, then put a... You've got a phone on a string anyway.
So what? I look cool with that. With my little trolley.
Can't even
belly.
hold it, just dropped it.
I know, it's gone again, bloody thing.
No, I'm going
to
to attach my iPhone to my body.
Why do you want to do that? What do you want to be?
So I
some
can
sort of
never
robot,
lose
man?
it again.
Do you fancy me when I was that robot yesterday? Admit it. You was turned on. You were turned on by gold robot
You were
me.
a weird, freaky thing, with your little eyes peeping out. The little runaway train. Ooh, beep, beep, here I go.
Everyone agreed I was jolly good at acting yesterday.
You were odd.
Oh, yeah? Well, then why did Guy Pearce go? What a brilliant physical transformation. Probably because I was covered from head to foot in gold.
Yeah.
No, but he said my
It was
physical...
a brilliant costume. He goes, what a brilliant costume.
No.
And what's that slug within it?
He said my physical transformation was first rate. He did. He see me, he goes, oh, I like your movements there. It's very good.
You're a much nicer guy when you're contained within that gold statue.
I can bear you now. Listen, me and old Guy Pearce are jolly good chums, and he'll probably be along tomorrow, I should imagine, down the old
When can I
Roxy.
come back to the set and...
Don't think you can come ever again, Matthew. Hold on, another text message
Oh,
from
stop
Richard
it.
Griffiths. Just
My
furthermore,
boys, my boys.
I can't stress enough. Don't bring him again. He's really he's adamant that you don't come again. Why don't we let Mr. Bloody G, Poet Laureate of the show, summarise this thing, and if he can manage it this week, because it's been a trawling, Joycean lot of claptrap, let's see if he can do it. Mr. G, there, you ready to summarise the show with your poetry?
Yeah, ready. Okay, this poem is called The Tale
You're
of...
being very firm. You're a big grown-up uncle, aren't you, when you're not swanning around the West End in a scarf? Go on, then.
It's called The Tale of the Lovable Drongos. Waves of sunshine, Chegwin deck chaired reclined one time, a cosign agreement for guaranteed fun times, tripped up and flopped it, a groin plated robotic, displaying the erotic Barbie doll entry allotted, porn additions, intrepid on a pigeon-stepped mission, evoking the potent Trojan exposing Wombat violations, decisions, strippers or caffeine, just name your addiction, be it Russ, Matt or Noel on Radio 2 for you to listen.
Yes!
Woo! Summarised it.
He even got the flip-flop fall in at the beginning.
How did you get that in?
Because I'm a genius.
You are a
Mr.
genius.
Genius.
But we all know that G means ladies'
Lady parts.
privates in Ireland, so there we are. So
Very
just think
front
of that.
bottom.
Aunt Fanny over there in London summarising the show. Good work. Here's one last little email things from Joe Haddo. Is Noel Gallagher saying modern life is rubbish? Ripping off Blur once more. Well
there it
done,
is.
Joe Haddo. Right, okay, well the show is all but over next week. Matthew, where are you going to be?
I'm going to be in Los Angeles.
Where am I going to be?
Los Angeles. No, you're in New York.
No, I'll be back from New York. I'm going on a Letterman show next week. Now that the administrative problems are over, I'm going on that. Then I'll be on Jimmy Kimmel soon. So look out for these television performances. Also, do have a quick look at some of me and Matt's sketches, like, for example, Debunked and The Weather Clerks, because I think we're going to make a show about all that, aren't we, Matthew?
Yes.
But have you done the work that's necessary?
I've written a
dear?
document.
Good lad. And did you write up that Vicar thing, the new film that we're doing?
Going to do it for Monday.
We're seeing Adam Sandler.
Always do my work.
Got to go see the moguls.
Always do my work.
You're doing good at your work, aren't you?
Yes, Daddy.
If your room didn't stink of stripper perfume, I'll be proud of you. You're a good lad. Now just get rid of that horrible jacket with that piping out of our
That's
living
long
room.
gone. I never even saw that jacket.
I threw that into the canyon.
I don't know why everyone had to smell it anyway.
It's a bit odd that everyone smelt it. Even John Rogers, who's a lovely family man, so like when Sharon goes, it smelled horrible, that coat. I went, yeah, it did smell horrible. And John went, I thought it smelled all right. He must wander around sniffing Matt Stripper's
I don't know what that coat was. I don't know where that come from.
No, well, no, just, yeah, not since the Manson family of the Hollywood Hills seen such indiscrepancies. Right, okay then, well, the show's over. Thank you, Mr. G. Thank you, Noel Gallagher. Lovely to have him back on the show. Sorry, Alistair McGowan. We'll get you next. We've got to get to McGowan. We've got to get him. He's a figure from our past. He was there at Vera when it was all going on, when we was making
detested
rebrands.
us from a distance, yes.
He's quietly looked over in disgust. I remember trying to chat up Ronnie Ancona.
Oh, she's sexy.
Isn't she? All them different voices. It's like, you know, stop you getting bored. You go, can you be Cilla Black, for example, you'd probably say this week.
Yeah, maybe.
Or some other floozy. I'd have her doing Dot Cotton most days. You know, it'd be lovely. See? Things can work out. Very sexy, amorphous changelings, that's what we're after. The revolution is edging closer. Prepare yourselves, brace yourselves, steel yourself. We'll be back in play soon. I might do a great big national tour. And then I might go to Australia, do a tour. Then I might go around everywhere, just touring. You going to come, Matthew?
Go back to bed, Russell.
Do you think it's time for some sleeping now?
Yes.
Can we have some breakfast when we
need some more coffee.
Yeah, I need coffee. That's one thing that's missing from all this. Right, well, I suppose, do you know what? It's probably time that people learned about what's going on in this dirty little circle.
Yep.
And I'm not talking about the Earth. I'm talking about Matt's private affairs. Right, well, thank you everyone for your contributions. Thanks for your emails. Stay with us, stay listening. Fingers crossed for us at the Stony Awards. We're going to send Mr. G there. G, are you ready? Have you got a suit?
I wish we could go.
Yeah.
Oh, I wish we could go.
That's actually an award that means something.
G, don't let us down. If we win, make a good... Write a poem in case we win it, G.
Yeah, okay.
You cynical fool! God, show some interest in the rewards. Right, okay, well, thank you very much. Time now for some news online, on digital and on 88 to 91 FM. Bloody old news.